Oh, oh, Mayberry Man. Oh, that's a big one in there. Yeah, that's good. Hey, everybody. I'm Alan Newsom. I was on Mayberry Man the movie and Mayberry Man the series, and I'm so excited to have this possibility of doing more. And I'm hopeful that you'll join with us and just join in on the fun. It was so much fun for the actors, the extras, and all the people who worked on the production of both of the Mayberry Man efforts. I know you will enjoy it as well. I don't want you to miss out. Join with us and become a part of Mayberry lore. Going into the future on film, you'll have it right there with you. And we are so excited to be a part of all of this. Let's make it happen, guys.
I am so excited to be part of this. It's wonderful. It's like just my dad's legacy, and now I can even be a part of that too. And we're wonderful people, like all of these wonderful actors in Stark Howell and Port Howell and just everybody. It's amazing. If you're a fan of the Andy Griffith Show or of my dad, Don Knotts, what you might think about this is that it is ongoing. Even though the stars are not with us anymore, most of them are not with us anymore, the characters live on. They live on in the framework of these tribute artists who are keeping their memory alive, keeping Mayberry alive, the spirit of a small town that has a heart of gold and whose town folk are more important than anything else. Just the people themselves, the characters. And that's something that we don't see much anymore. Television has become very effects oriented and very, I don't know what you want to say, but it's kind of gone away from character. And this brings that character back, and it brings it back to the heart.
I guarantee this, if you love the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to love Mayberry Man.
And welcome, folks. Alan, glad to have you back.
Always glad to be here.
We're going live to update folks on some secret perks that we released for Mayberry Man Season 2. We'll kind of explain what those are about. I'm pretty excited about them. We got 2 different secret perks going. One of them's almost gone, so we want to touch on that. And let's talk about press coverage. I don't know if you saw this, Alan, but we sent out a press release about our opening weekend and what a big success that was. And I thought this was pretty cool. Let me play this for you. We got coverage on the Indianapolis #1 talk radio station in their news coverage. And Terry Varvel, Barney, turned us on to this so that I could go find it. And here you go.
Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Mayberry Man, the family-friendly TV series inspired by the Andy Griffith Show, just raised $61,000 in their first weekend of crowdfunding, and they will film Season 2 in Indiana. That will happen in Danville, which is the home of the Mayberry Cafe. I'm Sean Herrick on The Level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Shazam!
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty good. It felt like we're doing something legit here.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder how they picked it up. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. Well, that's one of my many roles here is also the publicist. And so I crafted a press release and sent it out to, I have a lot of contacts that we've reached out to in the past.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that they picked it up and ran with it the very next morning, basically. And so we'll see. There may have been other coverage out there. I don't know. I can't monitor everything, but Terry Varvel happened to hear it live on the air. And then I was fortunate enough to be able to find it on their website.
Oh man, I'm appreciated for folks doing that kind of stuff. That's great if they actually start talking about it. I guess there's a good possibility we would never know if they're actually talking about it. So unless somebody tells us. So I'm glad Terry told you.
He did. So the 2 secret perks that we've got going. Well, why don't we go first and just check in on the campaign. Oh, I'm a little bit behind here. Give me just a second. Coming up.
It's like we need a drum roll. I need to get that.
Add to stage. There it is. So we're at 115 backers for $81,852. So since Monday, we've picked up another 10,000. So we're making, or 20,000, sorry, my mistake. So we're doing great. Thank you to everybody who's contributed and gotten in right away. Getting a lot of good feedback, exchange emails with folks, and they're excited and we're excited. And one note that's kind of developed as far as regarding schedule, when we first started talking about this, we said we might film in as early as April. We've discussed that further now, and we think that's too soon. I think there's conflicts, people with kids, they're still in school. We're going to be reaching out to college, film students to help us out, and they won't be out of school yet. So getting some interns would be difficult in April. So we're pretty much focused on June now. So we'll call it a summer, early summer shoot. So hopefully that makes it a little more convenient for folks. And then we also don't have to maybe worry quite as much about all those April showers. So yeah, I wanted to give people that update. I did update it in the story section down here if you read into it, but I'm not sure how many of you guys are going to be reading through that stuff. But anyway, so that's the update on the schedule. A lot of good things happening behind the scenes, but I'm really excited about two things. So I have a treasure trove of stuff from the previous productions, and I found some shooting scripts that are actually autographed by many cast members. And I've got, some of these, and then I've got some that are just autographed by the writer-director. But I put those up as a secret perk, and I sent out an email to our backers and all that. So hopefully you've seen that. And if that was something that interests you, you can go grab that. I think, let's go see where we're
I looked earlier, there was only one left when I was looking.
I can't do that. I don't have the link handy. It's
4 out of 5 claimed. So yes.
Okay. All right. So I do have, I don't think I have 2 of these, and I don't think that 5 includes these 2. So those first 5 are the ones with all these, and they're not all exactly the same, but they have multiple autographs on them. And then I'll probably release 2 more once those 5 are gone. And then I've tried to put the secret links into the comments. It looked like my YouTube comment got truncated, so I have to repost that here. So if you're looking for the link on YouTube right now, you may not see it. I'll maybe just try it again, and hopefully it'll work. But then the other one that I'm excited about, and you tell me what you think. I gave you a little glimpse of this, Alan, but I mocked up a couple more. This idea of the custom poster, Mayberry Man series poster, that we're going to put your face and your name on the poster. What did you think when I showed that?
I thought that was a really good idea. That is a really nice perk because you get your name on the poster, you get your picture if you're in the series, or you'll be able to get your picture in there as well. And I thought that was really, really cool because you get your name at the top. It's like, you're officially on a movie poster. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So the way we will do it is we have some people have been in our past productions, and so it's possible. What we would like to do, like, is if you see that, it's supposed to look like you're from a scene in the movie. It doesn't have to be. You look at movie posters and things like that, and you see all sorts of artwork. Some of it's conceptual, some of it's pulled from the movie or the series or whatever. But the first one on the left there, those are all scenes from the series, season 1. And in that particular sample, it features John Campbell, the guy who says, "That's a good one," after you make your don't take any wooden nickels.
Yeah, he is a great audience. I want to take him everywhere with me. Yes.
Yes. So then let me get rid of this. Hold on. So then that was kind of the first design. That's the only one that's been sort of approved by Stark. Stark will actually end up making these. He's the real artist. So I just kind of mocked some ideas up.
That was pretty good.
These
though.
are not necessarily final designs. They're
Yeah.
just concepts so that we could illustrate what we're talking about for folks. But if you go back and look at that, so if you were not in a previous production, it's like, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to put my face on there? So we're going to give you a couple of options. You can either send us an image and we'll give you some direction on what that image should look like. So for example, if we did this concept on the right with the person trapped in the TV set, which is fun. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We would ask you to have someone take your picture where it looks like you're looking out of a television, right? And then we could put you in there. As long as, again, it's all pending Stark's approval. He has creative say on that. But if he likes that concept, I think that's a great way to feature someone because it's consistent with what this is. It's a TV series. It's a story about a town sort of trapped in the television world.
Yeah.
So I thought that could be a fun way to go. So I tried sharing that that link again, and it again cut it off. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. But if you're a backer or you're following us on Facebook, the link was posted today. So you can go find that for the poster Secret Perk. So getting back to this, so what we would do is it could be something like that, or we might take an existing scene from the film and digitally place you in a scene. That takes a little more work.
Yeah,
but that's a possibility. And then the other option would be you can just simply wait until we film season 2, and if you're going to be part of that, we'll wait and pull an image from your scene if you're an actor or whatever. And so if you're in the series, we would include your name in the cast credits at the top of the poster. And if you're not, then we'd probably do a special thanks credit on the poster. So that, the idea is that you would have this, and it's a digital file that we would send you. You're going to print it yourself. We're just creating the artwork for you, and it'll be be formatted for 11 by 17. And it's actually 11.25 by 17.25. So when you get it printed, they kind of crop it for the bleed. It's a printing thing, but it's formatted, high resolution, ready to print, 11 by 17. And so I think it's a great way to commemorate your participation in what we're doing. So we've had a few claimed already, so I'm excited about that. And it's I think it's a fun new perk we haven't offered before.
No, I think that's a really cool. I thought that was a really fun thing because I know it's really nice to be on that poster. That was for me when I was on the Mayberry Man poster, it was like, wow, there I am, and my name is on here. So it was like that was something you don't expect. So it'd be something fun to get. I believe it's really something to hang up in your house.
Here's some bigger versions of it. And so this one, first example here, that's a John Campbell example. That just a mock-up. John may have claimed one of these. So this may or may not be what he gets. But Stark's going to put the finishing touches on it regardless of what the design is. And so this is the worst it'll look.
Right. Well, I saw that there's already 3 of the 12 that you had listed on there already claimed.
Nice.
So
Nice.
That's good.
So here's one that would be for Ryan Thompson. So if you remember Ryan, he's the guy that says, I've seen that big fork.
Seen that big fork. Yeah.
And he also wants to know why we can't dig our own wells.
That's right.
So this might be an example of a design that, could utilize that. And then if you were not in it, again, this is subject to approval of the creative director on this thing. But if he likes this concept or comes up with something similar, this could be a fun way to feature you. It looks like a legit movie poster to me.
It does. Yeah, that is really cool.
and it sort of fits the concept of nostalgia and vintage, and again, kind of being trapped in time in a television show.
Yeah, when I saw the image in the perks, I was trying to figure out who Andy McGriffin was, but I was thinking, who is that guy? Do I know him? I was like, no.
I was thinking about, there should be a character named Andy Griffin, because it's such a often used faux pas. So, so there you go. You could be Andy McGriffin.
There you go, McGriffin. It's like a MacGuffin, right? So there you
go. Exactly. All right. So this is also a good time to do Q&A for anyone who's considering backing it. So if you have questions, check, put them in the comments and we can address it. So we don't have any big, videos planned for tonight. I might do an encore presentation of the audio commentary of the movie. I think
people seem to watch it. That's pretty cool.
It's very rewatchable. So if you got nothing better to do and you want to stick around for that.
I can't remember everything we talked about, so I don't know. And I was there. I still don't remember. So I did see, and I think we answered in the chat room, but it may be a question that people are not in the chat room or not hearing. Kenneth had asked, was the image you would use being from season 1 or from season 2?
Well, that's pretty much up to you. So when you order it, let me add this. Let me go over here. So you come down here to claim your perk. You click for more details. Click for more. Oh, so it opens that up and gives you more details. Yeah, and it'll also include your name and the thank you credits that we do for backers. I think $29 and up, and the pre-release online premiere. Pretty much anybody that backs us gets an invitation to that. So if you get this perk, it'll say up here, when do you want your poster? So this is something, if we already have images of you, whether it's from the series or the movie, movie has kind of a different look. So, but since this is a series poster, I would say we want to try to pull something from the series. Or if you want to send us an image and get your poster sooner than later, basically we create them, after the payments are all finalized and stuff through Indiegogo. Would it be done in time for Christmas? I don't know, because there's about a 30-day sort of delay in closing out everything on Indiegogo, but it could be. We can try. Or the other option is, after filming season 2, so you can choose to wait. So it's really up to the individual. We'll ask, what you prefer. And if you're not in anything, anybody can do this perk. We would just have you send us an image, and once we finalize the designs, then we'll have some instructions for you to take a photo at home and send it in, and we'll make it look nice and make it look legit, just like all the other images.
Yeah.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah, I think so. And I was thinking, there's a lot of people that take pictures of me or as Floyd at Mayberry Days and places like that with you getting your hair cut. Maybe that might be something people could send in and have put into the poster as well, because then it would have one of the characters and you together or something.
That is a fantastic idea. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I was just thinking of things people might have, but you may have pictures made with other characters that were on the movie or the series. Maybe that would be, if the picture is good enough, if the image is good enough, they could incorporate it.
Yeah, I don't see any issues with anything taken with a modern smartphone. Should be fine. When Photoshop, we also have AI that can, improve it and make it look better. And oftentimes with these images, we'll do some sort of a treatment to it as well to get a little more of an illustration type feel. Yeah. So there's lots of options. And again, in that, that example, in this, I didn't have time or to take the time to do it, but that would probably have like some horizontal lines, like a
Oh yeah,
old-fashioned
like
television.
it's rolling. Oh yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, like we have that
that's
in
cool.
our perk designs. Oh, I'm trying to click the wrong place. But if you notice, we have sort of that
Mhm.
television
Yes,
horizontal line texture. So that would probably be added to that
that's
image to
pretty
make it look a
cool.
little more realistic.
Yeah.
So, so fun stuff. I know we've only been on for a few minutes, but should we do a drum roll? You have your drum roll handy? I'll
Yeah,
refresh,
I've got
and
that.
you might need your other sound effect too. So
I've got them both. So, you ready? Let's do
I'm
it.
ready.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't see anything different. Do you?
No.
Oh.
You have your other sound effect.
Yeah, I do have it there, but I have bifocals now, or they're progressive, so I couldn't see it. I was having to move it around where I could see. I couldn't read sad trombone in my.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think these are really good perks. I think they're both good. Getting the script, that's really, really nice because I don't have a script that everybody signs. So you'd have a script probably more than some of the people on the show or the movie because we honestly were using our script a lot. So we didn't actually get to go around and get everybody to sign them. I do have several autographs on them, but I signed a lot more, and I would see people at premieres and sign theirs. And I was always like, dang, I should have brought mine. So I could have done this. So I think that's a really good perk. And I love the poster. I think that could really be something that you would really like. Somebody,
Yeah.
James is asking, do you still have the Mayberry Man corn stand props? So
The props, like the
yeah,
shirt
I
and
assume
things like
I
that.
assume he's talking about the actual corn stand,
The
James.
stand itself, we do not have.
Right.
Um, I'm trying to think, do we have anything?
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
know we talked about that in one of the lives. Stark said no, it was all taken apart and done
right.
away with, and yeah, because they just have to build a new corn stand if we need one.
I have a feeling that the corn business may have been sold.
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
Might be on to new ventures for some of these characters.
right.
Um, all right. Well, why don't I'm going to find a video. Fill time for a second there, Alan. I want to
All right. Yeah.
find one
So
of my older videos to show.
So again, if you're new to this and you don't know what we're talking about, if you just happen to drive by, definitely we're this season 2. You've got an opportunity to be a part of it. You can go to the Indiegogo campaign that you're seeing there on the screen. There's links in the chat rooms where you're probably visiting, and you'll be able to be a part of all of this. I mean, you can give enough. Depending on what you give, you can have a speaking role, you could have just a extra, you could just, even if you can't attend, there's a way that they're trying to work out to be able to have your voice or your face in the series. So you can be a part of the Mayberry community. That's all of the lore is what I keep saying. So we've got the Andy Griffith Show, and then we have Mayberry Man, that is basically a movie about the fans of the Andy Griffith Show and living in the real town of Mayberry. And then the series continues that in season 1, and in season 2 we'll be doing more. Lord willing, we can get the money raised and be able to do this. We could do another 5 episodes. So we definitely invite you to join in with us, because I think you're really going to have a lot of fun. I've said before, I'm not a salesman, but watching and talking to the other people who were extras or background extras or speaking roles, the experience is something that is, well, you just can't get it. This is it. This is the way you can do that. And I don't want you to miss out, because man, we've had so much fun. I've gotten to know so many wonderful people that were involved in all these projects. And it is something that I believe any Mayberry fan, even any fan, would really enjoy being a part of.
Absolutely. So I have a couple things I can share that people may not have seen. So the first one is our new channel trailer for our YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, have you seen that, Alan? Does that sound familiar
I
to you?
don't know if I've seen that.
So if you're not, I think you might only see it if you're not a subscriber and you visit for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So maybe a lot of people here haven't seen it. So it's short, but let's take a look at that, and you can tell me, Alan, if you think it's effective.
All right.
Welcome to the Mayberry Man channel, the ultimate hangout for fans of the Andy Griffith Show.
What is it? Biggest thing ever happened in Mayberry. Real big. Big, big, big.
Join us for deep dives into the show you love. Short clips featuring iconic moments that continue to make us laugh.
Shazam!
Challenge yourself with our trivia quizzes posted throughout each week. And enjoy exclusive behind-the-scenes content from the Mayberry Man movie and TV series inspired by the show.
Well, I sure want to see that.
I'm Mayberry Man producer Court Howell, and my father, Hoke Howell, played Dud Wash on The Andy Griffith Show.
I'll show him a couple of things I learned in the Army in guerrilla warfare. First, you take your hair and you yank it around, and then you take your hand and yank it.
And our friendships with other family members connected with The Andy Griffith Show often give us opportunities for special content and interviews.
If I'm flipping through channels and I see it on, I will stay with it, and 9 times out of 10, I'll stay with it till the end of the episode. They're really well done shows.
Whether you're a lifelong fan or maybe just discovering Mayberry for the first time, this is your place. So hit that subscribe button and join thousands of other fans just like you, helping to keep Mayberry's spirit alive. Because Mayberry isn't just a place, it's a state of mind.
I get a blast out of watching this stuff. All available right here at Mayberry Man. And make sure you push that button that says like, because without that, the producer's got nothing.
No, that's really good. I don't think I have seen that one. That's really good.
Yeah, I thought it captures the spirit of it.
Yeah,
and as I was listening, it's being a producer and editor, you hear things that you could maybe repurpose. Maybe we could take that clip of Clint talking about how if he sees an episode, he sticks with it to the end. Maybe we could get that, but make it like he's talking about Mayberry Man, the series.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure that's true too. So I'm sure that's true. Yes. If he saw it, he would stick to it till the end.
You want to see if he pops up in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So someone shared that. Let's see what else we got.
I do want to encourage everybody, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely go do that, because the trivia alone would be worth it, because he posts trivia all the time. I don't know the exact schedule. I think it's just it happens, but I see it at random times, and I always stop as I'm going through and try to answer the questions. And it makes me really mad when I know the answer and I click the wrong button. It bothers me, because I'm like, dadgummit, I knew this one.
Well, it's my goal is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern.
Okay. I didn't know when to even be looking for it. I just see them. I see them, and sometimes I have missed some, so I go back and play the rest of them.
We're sort of at the mercy of the algorithm on that.
Right. They are, but they're definitely worth that, plus the videos and stuff you've been making. You've done a great job. Just for a fan of the Andy Griffith Show, the things that you've been creating have been amazing.
Thank you. All right, let's see. This is a good one. I think I may have played this on our marathon show the other night, the other live stream, but it's Clint Howard. Give me a second to add it in here. It's Clint Howard, and he's talking about Ron Howard's directorial debut, his first feature film that he directed, Grand Theft Auto. And when I go to add it into this show, everything's in a different order. So I found it, and now it's gone again.
I definitely understand that. Anybody that uses a computer would understand how that can happen to you. Yeah. So, yeah, Clint's, it's been really nice getting to know Clint. I've gotten to know him over the last few years, and he is a very, very kind man. And I've really enjoyed just spending some time with him. He went on the Mayberry cruise with us a few years ago, and I got to spend time with he and his wife. So it's always fun and to see what he has to say and to just hear he truly does believe in all the Mayberry stuff. He's been to Mayberry Days, and he saw how much everybody cares about it. And I hope everybody that watched the movie and the first season of the series see how much the Howells and all the actors really involved in it care about trying to make something that would be worthy maybe of being a part of that lineage. And it is so fun to be able to see somebody that is part of that lineage say, yeah, you did a pretty good job. This is good, so.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's take a watch.
These people are wanted for Grand Theft Auto. And I'm arresting everyone! You lose, Copper!
Well, Grand Theft Auto was a wonderful experience for the Howard family, and it was Ron's first professional go. Him and Dad wrote the script.
Sir, this is Ned Slinker.
And then when it came time to casting up the movie, Ron used every favor.
Ned, you're a nice person. But it bothers me that you only call me when you're in trouble.
Every friend that he had, Marion Ross worked on it.
Have you made a commitment to the Lord?
My husband gave at the office.
Paul Link, who was Dick Link's son, who was Andy Griffith's business partner, he was in the movie, he played Collins Edgeworth.
Be prepared to perform some sort of simple but tasteful ceremony.
50,000 hallelujahs!
And I remember the Grand Theft Auto crew really bonding. And they were working their butts off. And of course, Ron, the quintessential leader, he's always the first guy there, and he's always working hard. And crew members just don't kind of like the idea that the director's working harder than they are, so they work hard too.
How do we get out of here?
You'll need a tow truck.
The steering's gone!
It stopped. Maybe we can fix it.
The only problem they had on Grand Theft Auto is after the first day, there was talk of mutiny, and it was because of the food. And after the first day, the catering on Grand Theft Auto was done by my mom and Ron's wife, Cheryl. Everybody came together and sure got Ron going in the right direction.
Hallelujah!
We can make it now.
Samuel dodging, eluding, twisting, and turning. He's one heck of a driver, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hey, if you just like that clip, hit the like button. There's going to be plenty more.
If you want more videos about...
All right. So, and as I've mentioned before, Grand Theft Auto was the first time I think I was on a real movie set. I was quite young, but old enough that Ron put me into the background as an extra in a couple of scenes, and it was at that Demolition Derby day. So I was having a blast. And,
that's so cool.
I remember saying to Ron that day, after seeing some of these stunts, I was really impressed. And I remember saying to him, I think you're going to win an Academy Award with this. And he got a kick out of that comment because he knew exactly what he was making. He was making a Roger Corman movie. And but it was a lot of fun. So, and I was actually in the background in a scene with my dad, who was playing the preacher. So my dad was getting hauled away by the police, and I walked through the background. And I remember asking Ron, why is this kid out here, on the infield of the racetrack and the Demolition Derby? It's like, you're arrested for throwing rocks. So I had to look kind of irritated and, like a punk. So I did a little acting.
That's great.
direction from Ron Howard. I guess that's not a bad.
That's pretty big deal. Yeah, you've been directed by him. There you go.
Yeah,
That should be on your credits somewhere.
You know what? I think I may have tried to add it at one point on IMDb, but it was like so old, the movie's locked down. Like you couldn't add anything else to it at that point. But I missed my opportunity.
That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, I mean, you get to do something like that. I think, at the time you're doing it, I mean, it was probably pretty cool, but the longer it has been since then, and Ron's success has made that even more of an experience that, and hopefully if you're a part of the Mayberry Man series, that'll be the same thing that happens to you as time passes. It's going to continue to draw more attention. So that's our hope. The Griffith Show's been around for 65 years. So, 65 years from now, who knows?
I see no reason why the film and the series wouldn't live on, because there's a built-in audience for it.
Right.
As long as people are watching the Andy Griffith Show, which clearly there's still a huge audience.
Right.
Why wouldn't streamers have Mayberry Man on there?
So, well, I think there's still so many people out there that are fans of the Andy Griffith Show that haven't seen or even heard about the movie or the series. So, help us spread the word too, as you're going out there. If you are contributing to the campaign, thank you so much for that. But go out and tell people about it, because I think if they knew about it, they would like it. And if they don't like it, at least they'll watch it, and then that'll still be good. but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that, but I do believe fans of the show and others would enjoy the wholesomeness of all of this, because that's the goal, is to keep that spirit, that friendliness alive.
Yeah, absolutely. So I realized I hadn't shared a few other videos in quite some time that were a little, were done for fun when we were kicking off the original movie Kickstarter campaign. So let me know if you remember any of these, Alan. They're short, so let's take a look.
Okay.
Hi, I'm John Davidson. I'm the latest version. There's a new model that comes out every year. But I hear that that you're helping the Howell brothers make a movie called Mayberry Man. What a great idea! I'm so excited for you, and I just wish you all the best with Mayberry Man. It's just, you want to say, tell me more, tell me more. Congratulations, all the best.
Wow, that's incredible. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. If anybody's old enough to know what I just meant, good on you. All right, so let's go.
So that was fun. So this was back when Cameo first came out, and for very little money, you could ask folks to do a little video message for you, these celebrities. So this was right at the beginning of that. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know how. I just thought you must know all these people.
That's what I figured people would assume.
Yeah, I did. I assumed
hot shots, but
that's cool.
Let's see. Here's another one I tried to find people that were connected to my dad somehow. John Davidson wasn't. I think he was just super cheap at the time, and his was cool. The best. I thought he was.
Yeah, it was good.
But my dad appeared. Hoke Howell appeared on the Brady Bunch, and so Barry Williams was doing it. So here's a message from Barry Williams.
This is Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch. I understand you're making a movie. I want to wish you the very best of luck with your movie, Mayberry Man. Now, I've always appreciated Hoke for giving us Brady's directions to the Grand Canyon by way of the ghost town. Scary, but fun.
Where y'all folks headed for?
Grand Canyon?
Boy, that place sure gets crowded this time of year. Yeah. Even the squirrels need reservations.
I can't let that go too long, or I'll get a copyright.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah, that might even have been too much, but
hopefully not. Yeah. That is so cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, your dad, well, that's the reason I just assumed that you had some kind of connections maybe with a lot of these people, because I guess they were in some ways in general had some connection with your dad. Plus your dad had been in Hollywood for so long. I figured he just kind of knew everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the other day, I shared, I shared my O.J. Simpson autograph, and you had commented on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I
that
have
was
that
pretty
handy,
cool.
but, I
Yeah.
got to dig it up now.
Yeah. Cause you told me or talked about, Hank Aaron that you
Right.
is. And then when I saw that, I was like, that's not Hank Aaron's autograph. And I started looking at, it's O.J. Simpson. I finally figured it out.
All right. I'll tell the O.J. Simpson story in a moment. But I'll play one more video from a celebrity that wished us well on the Mayberry Man movie.
This is Jamie Farr from the TV series MASH, and I understand you're making a movie called Mayberry Man in honor of the Andy Griffith Show, and that your dad, Hulk Howell, was an actor on the show, just as I was. Well, I wish you well in making the movie, and when it's released, count me in for a ticket. So best of luck, and many, many more movies.
I'm so daddy. I'm not so gay. Hey, welcome to.
I was so impressed. He was so professional about it. Like, I mean, he's pretty. I think he's still around, right? I haven't heard. He
is. Yes. Yeah. He just had a birthday recently, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's in his 90s, right? He got dressed up. Has someone helping him, whatever. But he took it seriously. It was like a real professional job, and I thought that was very sweet of him to do that. All right, let me find the.
Yeah, Jamie Farr is he's 91. His birthday was in July, by the way. So yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I got to convert this.
So yeah, it's really cool to see folks like that just encouraging people to donate and help us make the movie and the series too.
All right, so here's the O.J. Simpson autograph. So my daughter Sarah, she's a big O.J. Simpson murder conspiracy aficionado. So she'll probably end up inheriting this autograph.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Where did this come from? Do you know?
So this, you can tell it's off of a script. Now I can't remember. I haven't seen the original lately. Maybe I have it on my shelf here. But so he did a movie. I think he's done a couple of things with O.J. Simpson, my dad. Okay. But this, I believe, was from a movie called The Klansman, starring Richard Burton and George Kennedy, I think, was in that maybe. But I think they've since changed the title of it. But yeah, so my dad had lots of stories from working on this film. He had a pretty big role in it. And so he was on location with these guys for a while. And so my dad would tell stories about hanging out, drinking with Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. And my dad would do this impression of Richard Burton saying, "Elizabeth, get Hulk a beer." He did it better than I did. But,
wow.
Yeah, they're on location someplace, for an extended period of time. So that was a pretty good job for him.
Wow. Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Linda Evans played his wife in that film.
Linda Evans? Yeah, she was in it. I see her. I looked it up. Wow. Yeah, she's got the same last name. So yeah, wow. He played. That's pretty. I'm impressed that Linda Evans was your dad's wife in the movie. I'm pretty impressed with that. I remember her from the Big Valley originally, and not knowing who in the world she was, and going, "Wow."
Yeah. So yes, he did. Rub elbows with all those folks, but we weren't really plugged into that whole celebrity scene. He wasn't that successful of an actor. Mm-hmm. Whereas like Ronnie Shell, Greg has stories about, Ronnie hung out with that whole crowd. I think it's a little different being a comedian too. And you're doing a lot of live shows with people and, they were friends with all those
Right.
people. My dad had friends, but they weren't so much performers. Like he was friends with a couple of writer producers that
Mhm.
were pretty up there. I do remember, like, again, I was young. There wasn't a lot of socializing going on when I was around, but I do remember being at a party at Nancy Kwan's house. So I know it might have been a holiday party or something, but I remember hanging out in like a kid's room at Nancy Kwan's house. So,
wow.
And then he was good friends with Ken Swafford, who you might recognize from Fame. I think he was in. I think he was the principal in Fame. I don't know.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
But he had a good friend from home named James Lee Barrett. So coincidentally, from the same hometown or whatever, he was a hugely successful writer. And I noticed the other day he wrote the screenplay for Roots, the miniseries.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So he was he did quite well.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Dang.
All right, so let's go back to the secret perks. I just want to make sure people understand that you have to have these specific links to get these secret perks. And I'm going to share it again. Hopefully it'll share properly. And this is it's not a customer poster, it's a custom poster. So this, I'm going to share it in the comments. It's the secret link for the custom poster. Let's take a look at those posters. Again, this is just concepts. Like, so if you were John Campbell, this might be the poster you receive. Yeah, it will not take it on.
It's cutting off part of it.
Well, actually, it looks like it worked on YouTube this time, but not Facebook. Well, anyway.
Wow.
So that's an example of what it might look like for our supporter, John Campbell. This is what it might look like. A different one, design might look like for Ryan Thompson, who played Waldo. And this, if you're brand new to the whole project and we don't have an image from the series or the film, or even if the image from the series or whatever doesn't really feature you well, we'll get an image, a photo from you that you can send us and work it into a design that doesn't require you having been part of the series. Or if you're going to be part of season 2, we can just wait until we film season 2. So it's up to you. We give you that option in the, let me go find it. We give you that option in the perk where you can.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Get to this next step. You choose when do you want your poster, ASAP or after filming season 2.
Yeah.
So
it looks like if you go to Indiegogo and go to the updates, you can find the links to the secret perks as well. So
true, yeah. You can't limit the update to just previous backers. So,
right. So if you can't get the link in one of our chat rooms, that might be a way you can get to it.
Yeah. So if you go to the updates, you'll see that.
Yeah, and then you have to click on one of those to be able to go, and you'll actually then see the perk. You can't see it until you do that. Click that link that's in there. So that'll give you another option in case the links we've been trying to put in the chat rooms, if they're not working, you can go that way.
Good idea. And this is why we keep you around, Alan. You've got all the good ideas.
I wasn't sure if it was a secret, so I wasn't going to tell, but I thought, well, okay, yeah, we'll just tell our friends here. Yes, that's right.
It's a secret I'm even having trouble sharing. So I'm going to show one more short clip, and then we will. Then I'll maybe settle in for a longer. Oh no! I think I have another video I wanted to share. This is a little longer, so I'm going to pull us out of here. This is kind of a behind the scenes. It's sort of a mashup of some new commentary So I think it's got some of the Clint Howard stuff in it, but it's kind of a version of our Making of Mayberry Man documentary. So I don't remember all the details of it, but if you're new here or you haven't seen this, you might enjoy it, and demonstrates what it's like working on one of these projects. So let's take a look, and I'll hide us and come back when it's done.
Okay.
Welcome to the Mayberry Man channel, the ultimate hangout.
That's not it. Sorry, this one. I'm on a mission to make film and television great again for the entire family. Like the old Disney live-action films we had growing up, or the epic comedies like The Great Race and It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, and television shows like The Andy Griffith Show.
Deputy Barney Fife, reporting for inspection, sir.
In fact, my brother and I produced a movie that pays tribute to The Andy Griffith Show, and even brings Mayberry back to life, in sort of a modern way. But even though we both worked in Hollywood, we didn't make this movie in Hollywood. In fact, we made it in small towns in collaboration with actual Mayberry fans. This movie is absolutely free to watch, and I'll tell you where you can see it in just a moment. But first, I wanted to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how we actually got this movie made, and introduce you to some of the wonderful folks who played a part in it, including family members of some of the original cast members, like Don Knotts and Andy Griffith.
Mayberry Man, the movie, was such a wonderful success. Please join me in supporting this wonderful adventure and journey into more Mayberry for everybody.
Oh, and if you didn't know, my father was an actor who appeared on The Andy Griffith Show. He played Dud Wash, the hillbilly boy that married Charlene Darling and had a run-in with Ernest T. Bass in season 3.
I'll show him a couple of things I learned in the Army and guerrilla warfare. First, you take your hand and yank it around, and then you take your other hand and yank it.
So is it really possible to bring back Mayberry and that kind of entertainment? Let's find out.
Speed. Hey, there's a lot of bad hair around here. Just look. I could get him in the barbershop. Boy, I could make a killing.
It's nice out here. Got a parade going on, got floats, got people, got a loaded goat. Got to be real careful walking behind that loaded goat. It kind of unloaded a little bit earlier.
Fried chicken.
I'm Brett Varvel. I play Chris Stone in Mayberry Man. Chris is a stuck-up A-list Hollywood celebrity. He gets sentenced to a week of probation at Mayberry Fest for speeding, and he's descended upon by these fanatics.
Golly! Welcome to Mayberry Fest.
Judy.
How the hell you do that? Hey, Bernie! Who are you calling a greatster?
Hey, look, a stranger in town. My name's Rick Roberts. I get to play the Barney Fife tribute artist. So I come into the scene and try to get the main character to be more Mayberry-like. And my sidekick is a lot of times Floyd, Alan Newsom.
I'm Floyd the Barber, the tribute artist in Mayberry Man. Look at that. I've got to go. I'm a tenor in the Mayberry Barbershop Quartet. I run websites about the Andy Griffith Show. I do a podcast about the Andy Griffith Show. Huge fan. I've been doing Floyd the Barber since 1994 at different Mayberry events. And getting to be Floyd in the movie, I've been preparing for that for 27 years, being a tribute artist. So it was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it.
My name is Karen Knotts, and I'm the daughter of Don Knotts, who played Barney Fife, of course. You probably can tell the family resemblance, huh?
The daughter of Don Knotts, the lovely Karen Knotts.
In the movie, I play myself. And it's so great that the fans actually were able to participate in the movie. And they were great.
It's about the fans. It's about the fans that come together for a Mayberry festival. And what happens when an outsider who thinks he might be too good for these people shows up. And we kind of show them that Mayberry is a mindset. It's a way of life. It's about being with friends and family and neighbors.
You know, traveling to these Mayberry festivals with my father has really introduced me to this whole idea of the Mayberry spirit, which is kind of the idea that there's a simpler time and a sweeter place, as the old plaque says on the Andy Griffith statue. And it really is that way. You know, you go back to a Mayberry festival and it's like being back in time.
Mayberry isn't just a place. It's a state of mind. It's in Georgia, it's in Indiana. Heck, it's even in California.
You know, sometimes the fans are concerned that Mayberry Man is kind of a redo of the Andy Griffith Show. It's not. It's an homage to the old show. It is a way of bringing that Mayberry spirit back to life in a contemporary story.
Hey, have you ever been over to the courthouse?
No.
Oh, you want to see that? Oh, it's just like the real set. Oh, it's real. I'll go with you. Mayberry Man is not a remake of the Andy Griffith Show. It's a tribute to the Andy Griffith Show and the fans that love the show that go to the Mayberry events that are held throughout the country. And this is a real tribute to that, to show what it's like, that wholesome values that the Andy Griffith Show had. You could never recreate the Andy Griffith Show. Not with the Don Knotts and Andy. It could just never be done.
But it builds on the feelings that you have when you watch the Andy Griffith Show, of family, of friendship, of community.
Mayberry Man is kind of a way to keep the Mayberry legend going.
And it's just so much fun. The fans are so much a part of it. The extras, people donated props, everything they could to make it more authentic, including the towns that we shot in. So if you're a fan of the show, the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to find this to be super exciting, and it'll kind of bridge the gap between what happened back then and where we are today.
Soft sticks.
Sorry, I broke your heart, mother.
Here's one of our savage killers now.
The theme is definitely similar to the Andy Griffith Show. The dialogue, the words that are said, fans of the show are gonna hear these words and go, that sounds really familiar.
This has all been officially approved by the Greater Mayberry Historical Society and Tourist Bureau.
Greater Mayberry Historical Society and Tourist Bureau.
Limited.
Here we have an exact replica of the Mayberry Courthouse, made possible by the Greater Mayberry Historical Society and Tourist Bureau.
Hey, limited.
Limited, that's a good one.
They're not the exact words from the show, but the feeling that you get from the Andy Griffith Show is there, and you're definitely going to experience that.
Making Mayberry Man was really a lot like an episode of the Andy Griffith Show. We really needed the whole community to come together, and we really relied on the Mayberry family. And so our goal was to really make it an experience, and to let them come along for the ride, and let them behind the scenes and be a part of the process.
The chance to participate in the Mayberry Man movie as a fan is probably one of the most exciting things that could ever happen.
Mayberry Man is like a dream come true for Mayberry fans like me.
And all the characters and actors, they're just absolutely great.
Everyone in the town came out to watch us film and just to see the behind the scenes, just to be a part of something that they knew was going to be special.
We had volunteers that stepped in, and they brought so much to the whole experience, and it was really like camp.
I can't get a word out of this man.
I've been part of the production for 5 days, and I'm exhausted, and I'm happy, and this is probably one of the best times I've had.
It is a lot of work. There's part of it that's a lot of standing around waiting, but when we work hard. I'm doing it for the love. I'm getting paid absolutely nothing, but you know what? I wouldn't change that for anything.
I was thinking about my dad and how much he would like this, or what he would think of all of this, and I think he would be blown away. And especially to see how this band of filmmakers who started from nothing, with all of the fans pitching in and helping out, people using Kickstarter, people contributing a few dollars here and there, and the governor and the mayor and all these people just bringing their heart and soul into the project, getting that going, I think he would be absolutely amazed.
It took a heroic effort by the Mayberry community, and we were able to get it done.
I've always wanted to be a part of a film that I would be proud to show my daughter, and it's a very family-friendly film, and it's a lot of fun. It brings home that Mayberry spirit.
Scene 78, take 1. A mark.
Speed. You know, Hollywood isn't going to let you onto their set. They're not going to cast you in a speaking part. They're not going to let you be an extra.
but we were able to do that. And it was kind of crazy to think that it would work, but it did. And that is because Mayberry fans are Mayberry citizens. They live it every day. This is who they are. They were able to step onto set and bring it to life. And we couldn't have made this movie without the fans.
One of our best lines, you should hear it. Oh, he delivered. It's like Gone with the Wind. Just give them an example.
It's real!
Oh, yeah. That was a good one there.
It's real!
Mayberry Man is a story that I think everyone will love. And for me, as a fan of the Andy Griffith Show and a fan of Mayberry, one of the most exciting things I think is for people who don't really know about Mayberry to get a chance to know what Mayberry is like.
Speed, speed, speed. That's all he does. Speed, speed, speed.
There's been this resurgence of love for Mayberry, and it's just grown. It's grown because there's such a need for this kind of entertainment that is so clean and fun and real and reflective of the hometown that people love. And so these filmmakers have taken all of that, and they've taken the characters and they've made another level of it, but without infringing on the original show, because they focus on the tribute artists, which is brilliant. And the people are turning out in droves for it. So now they finally have a movie that's new and that they can continue on enjoying all of these wonderful things.
If you are a fan of the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to love Mayberry Man because it is an homage to that show.
I believe it's for fans of the Andy Griffith Show. They're going to love it. But I really believe other people will enjoy this as well. This is a great story.
If you want a good family-friendly movie that's a fun comedy with a little bit of romance and a whole lot of Andy Griffith fun, you're just going to love Mayberry Man.
And cut.
I've been producing television and film for 35 years, and I have to say that producing Mayberry Man outside of the Hollywood studio system was one of the most challenging projects of my life. But it was worth it. And that's what it's going to take to bring back family entertainment that the whole family can enjoy together. So if you would like to be involved in one of these projects, be sure to subscribe to my channel because we have more coming up. In the meantime, if you want to see Mayberry Man, you can find it on Amazon Prime Video, Tubi, and even right here on YouTube. And I'll put the links in the description below. Now, there you go. Right. So that was a video from my personal channel. So then I tell people to go watch some other videos. So
yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, so that's if you're not familiar with what it's like to do one of these Mayberry Man projects, now you know. And you know, I wasn't kidding when I said it was the hardest project of my life, because it really was.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you every day when we were filming, guys. I would, well, not every day, but most days I would see Court, and he was running on fumes by the time we got finished, and no doubt. It was, I've said this before, I was worried about him because he is definitely looking worn out over there. So. But I appreciate you taking up the weight of trying to do it again, and I'm hopeful we get to work you hard again.
Well, each time, you know, I learn new things not to do, so hopefully it will get easier. So, quick update: we sold out of the shooting script. So that was the version with multiple autographs on it. And like I said, I believe I have 2 more that will just have the director, writer, Stark Howell, and the producer, Court Howell's autographs on it. And those will probably be up there by tonight. So if you missed out on the first set, there might be 2 more available in a little bit. And it'll be a secret perk again, so you'll need the link. So be sure to check the update section. I'll post an update on that.
Yeah.
And then I might have a couple of season 1 scripts to put up. But here's the thing on these secret perks. Indiegogo is about to switch over to the new platform.
Mm-hmm.
and they say they're doing away with secret perks.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what that means for
Wow.
us. So if you don't like, so if you want to grab one of these posters, I would do it right away.
Yeah.
Let me, I got to go back to the other screen for, so if you want to do the poster perk, time is of the essence.
Now's the time.
Here's a
Now's
better
the time
example.
for all good men to come and get their poster. I think that's
Yes,
right.
I think
that's
this
what Marty
will go. I think if they sell out, that they're gone, right? But I think Wednesday will be the last day that you could even get them on Indiegogo. So just something to be aware of. And again, we'll use an image that you supply to us, and we'll work it into a scene or into a poster design that makes sense. We can, if you were in season 1, we'll try to pull an image from season 1 if there's an appropriate image. If not, you may have to provide us a photo, or if you're going to be in season 2, we can wait until we film. So, but I wanted to make this available to people right away. So I would love to get these posters made and sent out to you. And it's a digital file that's ready to print. It's a high resolution, ready to print. So you can do it locally, or you can upload it to Vistaprint. The design will be actually 11¼ inches by 17¼ inches. So that allows for the bleed, so that it'll crop to 11 by 17. And that's a very standard size, and you can have it framed and hang it on your wall.
Yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
Since your name's going to be on it, you can autograph it.
That's right. You can autograph your own poster. There you go.
Yeah.
And if you get one of the scripts that he's got, the scripts that only have like Starks, or maybe you said maybe a couple of autographs, bring it with you to different Mayberry events and get the folks to sign it. They'll sign it. There's at Mayberry Days, for instance, John was there. Speaking of John Campbell, in the series, I tell Kate not to take any wooden nickels. So John laughs at that. So I have one of John's wooden nickels that he was giving out. That's a good one. There he is. So maybe. So John had his wooden nickels with him. So there's you can get autographs at some of these Mayberry events as well. So
there's an example of what John's poster might look like.
Yeah.
So there he is in the series in episode 1, right after that wooden nickels line, saying, well, "That's a good one."
Yeah, that's a good one. That's what he says, and it's on his wooden nickel, by the way. It says that's a good one. Anyway, these are very clever. I thought this was cool, and he was handing them out during Mayberry Days, so I had to get one, and I made him sign it for me. So there you go.
So I think the poster thing is really fun. I'm excited about it, and Stark's going to ultimately finalize the designs, but I think it's a great way to commemorate your involvement in the project. And you don't have to be in the series or the movie or anything to do this. Anybody can order this perk if you have the secret link, and we'll figure it out. Like this example here, again, if Stark approves this design, it's like you're trapped in the old-fashioned television. So it's like the concept is a legit concept. I could see this poster being on Amazon or Netflix or something. Couldn't you?
It's like Pleasantville or something. Remember, Don Knotts was in Pleasantville. The people were trapped in the black and white. This is it. This is it, guys.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. I mean, nowadays, Hollywood uses a variety of poster art to market their productions. So we should be doing the same thing. So it's just kind of the need to create this perk actually is spurring us to create more marketing materials. So we like that. So, we'll certainly use these images in our social media marketing. So you'll be featured. I didn't really even put that in the pitch for this, but you'll definitely be featured in our social media ads. And we only have like 164,000 followers on Facebook who might see this. So
that's great.
And another 67,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, I think it's a it's a fun perk to get, and we'd love to have you participate in it. And this is separate from the other perks, but it does include your name in the thank you credits and an invitation to the pre-release online screening that we always do. All right, so Alan, it's after 8 o'clock. We've done our Svengoolie style chat here, and let's kick off the movie. And,
all right.
If you want to come back 90 minutes from now, you're certainly welcome to, but don't feel obligated.
All right.
But we're going to start the audio commentary version with Rick Roberts and Alan Newsome. That's Barney and Floyd from the Mayberry Man movie, and it's the audio commentary on the Mayberry Man movie. So you'll hear all sorts of behind-the-scenes stories. And so if you haven't seen this, I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're new to Mayberry Man, it'll give you a sense of what it's like to work on one of our projects. But let's kick it off. Alan, thank you for joining me. And
thank you.
If I see you, I'll see you. If I don't,
right.
I won't take it personally.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody enjoy it.
This is Rick Roberts. I played the Barney Fife impersonator Warren in the movie Mayberry Man.
And this is Alan Newsome. I played Floyd the Barber.
Oh, you did a real good job of that too, Floyd. Real good.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to watch the Mayberry Man movie. So let's get this thing started. So this courthouse location is a replica that's located in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Yeah, it's right next to Wally's gas station where they do the squad car tours.
The music that's playing is the Manhunt, which is it's kind of Barney's theme.
Oh yeah, anytime something was going down, they play that in the background.
Yeah, it's originally from the Andy Griffith Show with Earl Hagen.
And his wife gave us the rights to use all that music, didn't she?
She did. Yeah, we really appreciate that. And it was re-recorded for the film by the composer, Brett Perry. Hey, there's Eric Lowry, our judge in the movie. Now, he's a real tribute artist that works with us all the time as the mayor. Oh, and in the background, you can see the state of Georgia. The state flag was brought in to dress up the courtroom, and so is that seal that's behind them that was there. This courtroom is actually located there in Danville, Indiana, is where this was actually filmed. And this was the very first scene that was filmed for the movie. I got to go in there and watch when they were filming this because it was the very first day of filming, and I've never been in a movie and I didn't know what to expect, so they let me go in there and I was able to sit in the back of the courtroom and kind of be able to see what was going on. And wow, Eric set the bar high.
Yeah, this is Eric's first acting job ever, and he was the first guy you see on the screen in the movie, and I thought he knocked it out of the park. And there was some good character acting in this scene too. We'll see, there he is right there, James Pierce.
James Pierce.
He's also the first character you see, and he's in the opening scene of the Mayberry Man series, and just a fun guy and had a cool attitude. I got to bump into him a couple times while we were shooting.
Yeah, he did a great job. So there's been a lot of comparison to Mayberry Man to other movies.
Yeah, like Oscar winners.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they've talked about Doc Hollywood being like the Mayberry Man movie.
Well, getting pulled over and having to do a sentence in a different way, yeah.
And we've even had people say Cars, the Pixar movie, was similar. But it's really, the concept of it is from the Andy Griffith Show episode where Danny Thomas, it was the
pilot episode on the Danny Thomas Show.
Yeah, it was the pilot episode where Danny Thomas was going through the town of Mayberry and got pulled over for running a stop sign where there wasn't a road.
Right,
it's just
right.
a stop sign. So that's really where the concept kind of came from. Walter Stone is supposed to be Chris Stone's dad in here in the movie. And Walter Stone was not a real character on the Andy Griffith Show.
No, it was made up, but it's kind of loosely based on the Howell brothers' father.
That's right, yeah. Because the writer and director, Stark Howell, and producer, Court Howell, their dad played Dud, Charlene's husband, in the Andy Griffith Show in season 3.
Yeah, the TV show, I get it. The fine, please.
It was really a lot of fun being able to sit in there and watch all of this. And Eric is so believable as the judge. He got us off to such a great start. Brett Varvel, who is Chris Stone, he's amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, and we just got to meet him a week or two before shooting, and he dialed it in. As amateur actors as we were, it was kind of fun to watch him already have his backstory in his mind, and he knew where we were throughout the entire process, and we're just trying to, and there's my favorite line, fried chicken. But he was great to have, because I think he kind of steered the ship for the rest of us, didn't he?
oh, definitely, definitely. So Stark came to Mayberry Days Festival and saw what it was all about and everything, and that's where he got the idea for the whole movie.
Yeah, and I understand he was pretty overwhelmed by the experience, like you'll see our main character get overwhelmed here in a second when he starts to encounter all the crazy people who love to go to these festivals like us.
Definitely. Again. So this was actually filmed in Judge Zielinski's courtroom there in the Hendricks County Courthouse. And if you freeze frame that scene where he's actually doing the gavel, you can see his name on there. I didn't realize that.
I'd like to have a gavel with my name on it.
Me too.
I'd like to have a mortgage without. Now this is a cool opening scene here in Los Angeles. This was shot during the pandemic, so you see there's not a lot of traffic in LA, and you can see the sky.
Well, in the Ferrari, there's actually two Ferraris. This is the one in LA that you're seeing right now. And there's another one in a few minutes. It's actually in Indiana. So they had to get two Ferraris that looked the same so they could film these two scenes, because I think it's amazing, really. They edited this movie to be you were in Indiana, North Carolina, and California, and you really can't tell that happened. Of course, obviously this part is in California because they're there. So that was Stark's kids there, right?
3 of the 4 are Hal kids.
Yeah, so it was.
They get to be in there.
They saw Chris Stone.
Yeah, and by the way, the cars that were in this movie, I mean, they had different Wranglers in different parts of the country, but I just thought it was amazing how they were able to get people to donate and stand around and wait all day for their cars. And now here's the car that shows up in Indiana.
Yeah, this is Indiana. So the Hollywood sign obviously was in California. Now we're in Indiana, different car.
Yep, but it matches perfectly.
Yeah.
You're my agent, Stanley, not my therapist.
And this is where he gets to meet Shane for the first time.
Yeah, this is the governor's mansion in Indiana, and that was also dressed up with some palm trees and stuff from a local landscaping company. They donated a lot of time and effort to put that in to make it look like it was California, which was very believable.
Oh yeah, you really can't tell that. You really can't tell Indiana versus the Carolinas or California.
No, not cinemagraphically, but
right,
the attitude of the people completely different.
Yeah. It was just so neat. So they also mentioned here about Shane says something about this being
Clark Gable's old house.
Clark Gable's house, yeah.
Which quickly, when he went in that door, he's actually in a different mansion that was located in Indiana. So not only did he leave California and go to Indiana, but he's in a different mansion.
Yeah,
soon
this
he
is
comes
the
to that
Perry
door.
Mansion.
Yeah, which used to be overrun by raccoons as recent as 2012, and they renovated it, and just amazing job. It was kind of fun being in those big places, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's in the Indiana, in the Indianapolis area. The Perry Mansion it's built in 1905 by a business magnate, David Perry. Wow. Raccoons. I'd like to have seen those raccoons.
Oh yeah, Rocky.
Oh, he's talking about the bird. This is all ad lib by Shane, by the way.
Terrified of birds ever since, and well, it gave me a rash in my eye.
I should say Jacob. It's Jacob. I call him Shane. This whole thing about the bird, he just ad libbed all of that. And Brett Varvel, Chris Stone, actually said this. He thought it was some of his best acting, not laughing when Shane was doing that.
Well, that happened throughout the film where Jacob was kind of getting them going a little bit. And this is another ad lib here coming up too. Dixie the praying dog is she appears a couple times, and she's in the series as well. But right here, she's supposed to just go, and she comes right back. Maybe she has a taste for beer. I don't know. She was like, "I'm coming back here and going to hang out." And then again, he just has to kind of go with what's going on. So always fun to have an animal in the
Yeah,
end.
now Dixie was on a show called The Pack on Amazon Prime, along with the trainer, owner, Brian Calvert.
Brian Calvert, yeah.
Yeah, they were on a TV series, so you could watch them on Amazon Prime. They did all kinds of adventures while they're out there.
You gotta chill. Well, easy
So
for you to
here
chill.
we're on our surfing
Unless we can
trip
just tank at the box office.
with Dennis.
Yeah, I'm just saying though.
Yeah, Dennis I never got to meet Dennis. Did you?
I met him at the premiere in California.
Oh, maybe I did then. Yes, I did, just for a second.
That was the only time I met
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Now this location, as far as I know, is the only house that we had to actually rent. The mansions were donated, the time, other spots, the hotel we did some scenes at, but obviously beachfront property a little trickier.
Right.
So
if you're watching on a big screen, there's a guy outside the window in the water.
In that water?
If you look really close, you'll see him. That's Greg Shell, and he was out there for hours, paddleboarding. I think
yeah,
so he's doing.
yeah, trying to get another credit in acting, and he was not visible. That could have been me actually, but you'll see him out there. His father Ronnie Shell was Duke Slater on the Gomer Pyle show.
Yeah, and there he is. If you look real close, he's hidden behind an antenna or something, but there he is,
Yeah, but-
right there. You can kind of see him out there in the water. If it's on a big screen, you probably saw it. Otherwise, pretty small. All right, so Chris is coming home from being out on the beach and playing. So he's coming home to meet his brother, Larry. He's played by Rob Diaz.
Hey Larry,
And they're looking at all their father's memorabilia.
Yeah, and those are actual scripts.
Yeah, they are. They're hoax scripts and photos and things like that. And Hope, who their dad, Court and Stark's dad.
Have you ever heard of Mayberry?
So they have all those scripts and stuff that are from the Andy Griffith Show and other movies that he was in and TV series. So that's what he's got there.
And then I love these big movie posters coming up on the mantle. And I like the angle to make it look like he is a big star. You know, he's got this big attitude and the ego, and there he is. My favorite is on the right, actually, Vegan Gringo. You know, some guy who he's out there with a lettuce burrito whopping you around a little bit.
Yeah, fans are wondering about that. So the release date on the Chris Stone Death Figure 8 movie poster, if you see it up there on the mantle, it is actually Stark's birthday. Is the release date. And the co-star is Kate Bosclo, is Stark's daughter.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to actually have a movie called Death Figure 8 where Alan Newsom and Floyd meet up with Rick. And
Oh,
Barney.
yeah, a figure 8.
Oh, yeah, I got old Death Figure 7 plus 1.
So the names of the movies, according to what Stark told me, they have a list. He and his family get together, and they have a list that they keep of what would be great band names,
Right.
like rock bands or something. And they used some of those rock band names for the names of the movies that Chris Stone had been in.
I like that a lot. We do similar things at my house, just making up crazy stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
You know what he said to me when I got my first big role in Shingletown?
What?
Nothing.
I like the fact this scene builds a lot of
Because it wasn't
tension.
there.
You know, we're not liking Chris Stone very much here at the beginning. He's got a little attitude, and again, kudos to Brett for kind of knowing where he's at in the script, because we shot everything out of sequence, and he has to be a jerk before he can turn into somebody nice, and this scene really dialed it up for me.
Well, this is emotional too. I mean, when you watch it in the theater or you're watching with friends, when he's talking about he was your dad, it really.
And it was me
You really see the hurt
and
maybe why he's, just look at it. Look at his eyes. You can see him hurting. He did a great job.
I think those are what we call vegan gringo eyes.
It was very emotional there. You could tell.
Forgive him for that, bro.
Yeah, I had to be in another room. Not because of emotions, because that's where the snacks were. But yeah, Rob did a great job. We only got to really hang out with him that day. At least I only had one day with him, but did an excellent job.
I don't need anything.
Yeah, I think he did too. He was very nice. It was good to get to meet him. You don't realize when you're filming these things, a lot of times we don't see the other actors that are in the movie. We don't really get to be. We weren't here, or we weren't present when they were filming this.
No, we came in later that day, I think.
I think this was after we left. I think maybe one day, because this is in the evening. But yeah, we didn't get to be there for this. But again, that's a photo there. That's probably a photo of Hoke Howell that he had.
And again, I like the positioning of this. It's him going through something versus him having gone through things. Now this is fun, right?
Oh, this is fun. Yeah, they're flying into Mayberry on a private jet.
Thank you, Mr.
And
Stone.
they get picked up at the festival by the driver, Doug. It's played by Jay Bidwell.
And here's my favorite Shane ad-lib where he has a little turbulence and has to let it go there in the bush. And keep an eye on that hand because it might come into play here in a minute.
He had so many ad-libs through this thing.
Well,
Jacob did.
Yeah.
This scene where he rubs his face off and then shakes his hand. And when Chris looks at this car and just stops and stares at it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So the Learn to Fly sign, that's actually a sign at the airport, by the way. There's a real sign there. It's the Hendricks County Airport in Danville, Indiana.
No?
And Doug here had never driven a stick before, I guess. So he had to learn how to drive it before they could actually get this scene rolling.
Yeah.
And I just love how jammed up they are in the back.
Hey, Dan?
Yeah, and they explain it though because his front seat's a little busted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've flown into Mayberry. Now, Mayberry's a fictitious town in North Carolina.
Right, yeah. People always call Mount Airy Mayberry, but the Mayberry was conceived for the show, but Mount Airy is kind of town everybody refers back
Yeah,
to.
the Andy Griffith shows what Mayberry is made for. But in the movie, this is supposed to be the real Mayberry. These people are really in Mayberry, North Carolina. It's where we are supposed to be. Now, this is another ad-lib by Shane where he sneezes. Now
And again, hold on. This was during COVID. I just want to point out that the comfort level, and we were being tested on the way in and signing off on things, but that was a brave acting move.
That's right. So that scene of them driving down the road was actually in North Carolina, and now we're back in Indiana at the hotel. This is a completely different scene. The banjo music you heard playing, that was from the
Fabulous
Ohio-based,
band, Baraka Valley.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Yeah, we've become good friends with those folks, and man, they can play everything.
Oh, I should say, hey, I got picked up at the airport in California in Doug's car. Doug's car picked me up at the airport.
I know. I know how that happened. Yeah.
I got to ride in Doug's car.
And by the way, shout out to the actor that played Doug. He was my son's favorite. Now, tell me about the art on the wall.
Okay,
here.
so the art on the wall, that's actually art that was done by the film's production manager, Sarah Howell, when she was in college. They actually put that in there. I love Shane jumping up the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, she might want to approach the hotels and see if they might want to use
maybe
it.
they'll buy
It looks great. That would look great in any room.
Happy Shane was, and now how sad he is, poor guy.
That bed doesn't seem as bouncy.
So Shane and Chris are going to arrive here for the first day of the festival for the Mayberry Fest, and they start to meet the tribute artist.
Put it down.
Yeah, and they're overwhelmed pretty quickly. At least our main character is. He can't wait to get out of town and get this ticket taken care of, but he's in no man's land right here.
Yeah, this was all filmed in downtown Danville, Indiana, right around the courthouse, the same place where the courtroom scene was filmed.
Yeah, look at this one of my favorite actors right here, Alan Newsom.
That's you. He's a good one.
He's real good. He fits right into it, doesn't he? He's always looking to cut somebody's hair.
He never cuts any, though. I don't know.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, Chris is just about over it, and it's just getting started.
The driveway, and there's someone that needs to get through.
So yeah, this is still, like I said, it's in downtown Danville. The Mayberry Cafe is right across the street from here. Well, just across the street. So these are the Fun Girls. So the Fun Girls show up, and if you look, one of the Fun Girls also plays Juanita in just a minute.
Right, she's a very talented actress. Pulls double shifts here, and she also can sing like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
She's a great actress. Christy McClendon is who we're talking about, and it's Michelle Bryson along with them. They're doing the Fun Girls. If you go to a Mayberry Festival, you might see Dixie Griffith being one of the Fun Girls, along with Michelle.
Yeah, and here's Gomer and Goober.
Yeah.
Meeting Chris Tom and freaking him out.
Yeah.
So here we go. And then you're about to have Phil Lee come running across his Ernest T. Bass.
I'm not going to stay here a whole week.
Yeah, that was Joe Alvarado as Goober and Chris Bowman as as our Gomer there. But there goes
Phil. He
goes
is
Phil
Ernest
Lee.
T.
I'm not gonna stay here another hour.
So Juanita, you see her here. Remember, she was just the fun girl. Now she was having to change clothes. Now, obviously, as the scene was going through, she had some time, but they were changing her clothes in a little tent right there on set.
Right, and this might be the first time any Mayberry fan has seen Juanita.
Juanita. Well, this is not Juanita. This is Juanita Pike. So this is the mayor's daughter.
That's true.
Yeah, she sang at the when they were going to cut down the tree.
That's her. Yeah.
That's what she's saying. So Christy, by the way, was trying her best to make Brett laugh here. So her singing. She's got a great singing voice, and it's terrible here. And Shane video and everything was great. So this is the mayor. He was the judge.
Yes.
So everybody realizes that's Eric Lowry.
And then here's the big kickoff of the big grand
the opening ceremonies
here. And this was a fun scene to shoot. There's Chris again hamming it up. And this really takes place at all these Mayberry festivals. There's a kickoff, and you're usually now kind of emceeing it, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah, I'm usually the MC at Mayberry Days. It's called it's like the opening ceremonies for Mayberry Days, basically. So it's called the Mayor's Proclamation. And I basically do this same thing at that.
Chris is so good in this.
Yeah, Chris, we're talking about Chris Bowman as Gomer, because we got Chris Stone right beside him. Right. Yeah, there's Barney. I see Barney.
There I am, kind of just chilling out the whole time, trying not to laugh at somebody's voice coming up here, their accent. You'll see in a second. And right next to you see Karen. So here comes Karen Knotts, who's Don Knotts' daughter, and she's got a few things in the movie as well.
And you've done a show with her.
Yeah, we did a theater show called Not So Fast, where we do some original sketches and some improv with the audience. A lot of fun. And she's just a hoot to work with. And she's in the series as well, which she does a number on us in the series.
Yeah, in the series she's a different character. In the movie she's Karen Knotts.
Right.
He was a comic genius, and on top of all that,
so you can kind of see the tribute artists back there behind. So all these tribute artists you're seeing on here, all these people dressed as characters, they do this at Mayberry events all over the place. So the movie, they were able to get people who already dress up like these characters, including me in here. All those clothes are mine.
Your wife has told me many times you've got 5 blue shirts, a couple of white jackets, and a few brushes.
Yeah, I just basically pulled them out of my closet and took them with me.
And again, I want to say you can kind of see a little bit of the spacing that we had during COVID, even though we're outside and the wind's blowing. We're kind of spread out a little bit there to make sure everybody was cool. And I'm just trying to stay awake over here in the left corner. This is the beginning of a pretty long day, but fun.
Well, this opening scene, we must have filmed it 15 times, right? Because there was different angles, because you had to get this angle you're seeing with looking at Chris Stone. You got angles looking from the front, a wide shot.
And the wind was really kicking around too, so I was surprised at how clear the audio was, but you can see from the flags really kicking around.
Oh, so this, Brett, I'll say Brett here. Brett, in a few minutes here, he is so uncomfortable standing up here before the crowd that it made me uncomfortable. At a Mayberry event, normally if somebody was having that kind of struggle, I would go up and help.
Right, you bail them out.
Yeah.
But
so here's our mayor, Luther.
Yeah.
Luther Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, our mayor.
Yeah. And at the end of this, you'll hear me yell, "Attaboy, Luther," which is a reference to a different Don Knotts movie. But listen to the accent here. I love it.
So Luther Wilson is actually Brett Varvel's dad, Gary.
And Gary is a phenomenal political cartoonist, as well as just a good all-around guy. But he did some of the artwork for some of our posters and giveaways for the Indiegogo and whatnot. A good dude and a good family altogether.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you all for having me.
At a real event, I would have come up and, like you said, bail him out or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You can see my face. He is doing such a good job acting, is what I'm trying to say, that it actually made me uncomfortable.
Right. Oh yeah, I felt uncomfortable during this for sure.
Knowing that's what he was supposed to do, I was still uncomfortable.
Same here. I always just want that timing to be quicker as a comedian. And in this part, he really has to be out of place and angry, and it made all of us a little bit like, what's going on?
Yeah, that whole Mayberry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I love our Aunt B that's right there in the back.
Mm.
Again, Chris gets the most out of every scene.
So pretty.
I told him after we watched the movie the first time that everything he was in, he got an extra laugh that wasn't in the script. He did a great job.
Yeah. And again, he's talking about Walter Stone there. And again, Walter, he was never actually on the Indiegogo show. Nobody by that name. So he's calling his agent Stanley here.
Yeah, what I like is kind of throws back to the Andy Griffith Show in a lot of ways. There's a lot of characters that you heard on the phone but never saw, like Juanita at the diner and some other folks. And so we do get to see Stanley in the series, but in the movie he's just on the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's just a phone because that's all you ever hear. I love this. Jacob, Shane here is giving Chris
Doug will pick us up in 30 minutes, and I put
all the different markers.
We got black, silver, and magenta.
He closes the door. So now we're at the autograph session.
And this is actually something you would see at Mayberry festivals and Mayberry days and weekends. And I love the competition that sets up here between the two documentary makers. Right there you've got Greg Schell. He's got a documentary about the Mayberry.
Yeah, he actually did a documentary called, it was about Mayberry Days. He did one.
And then coming in here in a minute will be Chris Hudson, who has the Mayberry Effect movie.
Chris.
Yeah, so
just on the other side.
Yeah, so you'll see here that Chris Hudson, they changed his name for the movie, so it'd be more like it's Craig and Greg, instead. But the actual documentary he's got is real.
Yeah,
that is the cover, other than his name is changed.
And I believe you're in that documentary.
I'm in that, yeah, as Floyd. I'm in that movie. Well, as me too.
Yep.
In his documentary.
So there's Chris Hudson.
There he is,
coming in, setting his up. And they're both great documentaries, by the way. If you're watching this, I think you would like those two documentaries for sure.
Yeah,
the Mayberry Effect.
You can get the Mayberry Effect. It's still around. You can watch it. The Mayberry Days documentary has been out of print. It was on DVD for a long time, but it's hard to find it.
I think I got the audio version on 8-track. If you want to get that from me, I'll get it in my garage.
You got the 8-track version. Yeah. I got the reel-to-reel.
Well, here's the first time Chris sees Kate, actually Elaine here, and that catches her eye. And so that's going to be a major part of the film from here on out. She's also the way for him to get out of the festival.
Hey, I'm Rayfield.
Right.
This is
And
my
that's
wife,
Rayfield and
Good
Jenny.
morning.
And
He's your dad.
Rayfield and Reggie, who's fixing to pop up in just a minute. He's the guy who says howdy.
We'll take this
You'll
one.
see in just a
You sign
second.
this for us?
They're in the series. They've got a big
Sign it,
role in the
Rayfield and
series
Jenny.
that comes out.
Oh,
So
thank you.
it'll be fun. This is Jeff Gossett as Rayfield.
Hey, this says
It
Roger.
says Roger.
And Chris is he's over it already. It's the second autograph.
Yeah.
He is done with this group.
He doesn't want to be here.
And this was shot at the 4-H grounds, community center, or whatever. That was a good venue for us.
I love this line right here. I do this all the time now. Howdy.
It's right in his face.
Hey, how did it go, sir?
All right, he's gonna get run over by the fun girls here again. Boom. If he hadn't had enough going on yet today, this is like the icing on the cake.
You want to do something for me, kid?
Yeah.
Go find Kate.
Okay, you got it.
Who's Kate?
Oh, wait. Who's Kate?
Ask someone. And then bring her back to me.
There you go. And then maybe somebody we know pops into this next frame.
Here it is. This is what tell us about this.
Well, in my contract, it said, don't put me in the movie till the 27th minute with a speaking line. And they made it happen. So that's how good they were.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, this is me kind of establishing that I'm a goofball impersonator like the rest of us. And I'm really what I was trying to do here was make him laugh as well. Like just with the most dead look in the world, like you don't have any of this right.
I'm Chris Stone.
My wife said from the side I look like Tippy the Turtle. And I think she nailed it. I would rather have more straight ahead shots as Barney Fife moving forward. The sides a little bit. disconcerting. But I got to ad-lib this little line about moving the bathroom from the third floor down the lobby level. Real classic.
Well, that actually happened in Mount Airy. That's great.
Which I didn't know till afterwards.
Yeah, the Earl Theater in Mount Airy. I thought you did know it.
No.
They actually moved the bathrooms from the second floor of the theater down to the lobby floor.
Total coincidence.
It was great.
Mr. Stone.
So here's Kate.
Hi. Your friend said you were looking for me. I'm Kate.
I'm Chris.
Another thing I don't think we've talked about is it was like the cicadas time of year when we were shooting this. And I remember in this particular scene and another one we'll see in a little while, they were just really rampaging. It was like one of the 7-year cicada runs.
All kinds of noise.
Yeah.
She was going to miss it, so I thought I should come in his honor.
She said his name.
So sweet.
Yeah, I know. He always told me how much he loved coming to this event.
Look at him moving in for the move already. They just met.
Glad to have you, Nick.
There it was. So Kate calls Chris Nick by mistake. In the original script, Chris's name was actually Noah Stone, but evidently there's a real Noah Stone living in Los Angeles. So for legal reasons, they had to change Noah to Chris because that was the original script. That was the mistake of Nick, and she said that, so that's where that came from.
Well, luckily they caught it in the nick of time. That's rich.
Well, if you do remember, I'll be running around
Now,
here.
Kate's always busy planning these festivals. Gotta go.
These festivals really are. If you've never been to one, the people who organize it, they work very hard.
And
they really do. So there's Gomer.
And that finger all the way to the lip was another just kind of run with it thing.
Throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, here's our montage.
Yeah, this was fun. And this is what happens at Mayberry festivals and stuff. You signing pictures and stuff like that throughout the day.
So this is the Mayberry March is the music. It's Earl Hagen music again you heard it throughout the Andy Griffith Show. They're recreating scenes like here with Ernest T. Stop in the Car. That's from Malcolm. It's from the episode with Malcolm Merriweather on it in the color episodes where they were trying to be crossing guards. You had Gomer and Sergeant Carter. That was a reenactment of the scene from the episode where Gomer was joining the Marine Corps. Of course, you got guys playing checkers.
Yeah, one of the guys there, the bald guy in the second from the left, Dan Disler, he was part of getting a lot of those cars and stuff from people up and down involved.
Here's Burt Miller's stand that he had. That was right off of the Andy Griffith Show. We got folks in the jail cell getting their picture made. Oh, and this whole thing of Foley's Market. All those things you see are exact replicas of things that were actually in Foley's Market on the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, and Sherry, the set designer, did a great job with a lot of that stuff too.
Oh, that was amazing.
Fabulous. Here's Alan. Here's you getting a little plug in for Great Clips.
Yeah, Great Clips Cup, yeah. That's Brett Harris. He does Barney in Mount Airy. He lives there now. He actually retired from his real job and moved to Mount Airy, and now he, just for fun, goes around dressed like Barney.
I kind of like the idea of that myself.
Here's Briscoe.
And he's getting
Bo Pierce,
a jug for Shane. That might come in handy later.
Yeah.
And this scene was shot actually early in the morning instead of late at night, one of the early shots of the day. And the extras that we had on set, again, people volunteering their time and resources to be there. Happy to be there early.
Yeah, even though it was very early. Of course, Chris Stone doesn't want to go swimming.
Shane's trying.
Poor
Shane's trying.
So here we are back at the autograph session. This is day 2
for
the autograph. So Craig and Greg, the competition's heating up because Greg's got a bigger sign now.
Yep, he had to go get that to one-up him a little bit. And a nice-looking poster, by the way. Chris still not really happy to be there, trying to get on the phone with Stanley and get out of there.
Yeah, just trying to get out.
Not going to happen. Done with the session, and then boom.
So right here, Chris turns around. I'm right there. Boom. There I am. Have you ever been down to the courthouse? Yeah. So we have a nice couple here coming up, and one of them, the male, that's Jeff Berry. He was our COVID coordinator during the filming of the movie.
Yeah, former EMT, I guess current EMT, former firefighter, and he was great to have on set.
Yeah, he actually played several roles. In the very opening scene where Chris Stone was driving up in his Ferrari, he was actually a gardener in the background, if you see him. And he shows up as another character later, too.
Yeah, he's got a really memorable line in this movie
He does.
that he's
We'll
very
point
proud
him-
of.
We'll point him out.
I think he had T-shirts made up of the line he has coming up here. But it is a pretty cool line.
So we're heading over to the courthouse right after this because I'm telling him how great the courthouse is. And the courthouse, that whole scene is inspired from the episode Crime Free Mayberry. And the dialogue is very similar. So we have the tour guide that's played by Karen Knight. And she's basically doing lines that were either, really Floyd was been the one trying to do these things because he was giving tours of the courthouse.
And this, again, you can visit this courthouse if you visit Mount Airy and go in and take pictures, and it just feels like it, doesn't it?
It does.
And we've got some cool scenes throughout in here.
You can definitely take pictures in there that look like.
Oh yes, you flip them over to black and white, and it's a done deal.
And here's Shane. He's got that jug.
Yep. And there's the Baraka Valley in the background there, jamming out.
Oh, and these over here, these are our maximum.
So this is Otis's big scene here, where he comes in just a second. And that Otis is Ken Junkin. He's been doing Otis at Mayberry events for a long time.
Like, how long have you known him? 30 years? Like, from the beginning?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known him the whole time, yeah. He's a great friend. And we ride to most Mayberry events together.
And stop at least 3 Cracker Barrels. I see the pictures. And this is the Apple guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize until I watched something recently that he was in this scene. He's also in the series.
Yeah, he's dancing around in the series. Yeah.
Y'all are welcome to come back and have your picture taken in one.
I love the women's reaction to this whole thing when Otis came in and says, "That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
What are you in for?
Peaches.
So this next scene is a walk and talk, is what they called it. I didn't know what it was called, but we're walking and trying to do our dialogue at the same time. And it was really fun to do.
It flowed really well. You know, it's a one shot. You're coming across there, and there's so many different moving parts going on at the same time.
Yeah. So this couple comes up, and this happens to Chris Dunn throughout the series here, or the movie, where people want their picture with Floyd, but not him, because they don't know who he is.
Right.
Well, the funny thing happened while we were filming at this location. Brett and I were sitting over there in front of the courthouse, and this lady came up and wanted me to sign her Mayberry Confidential. And I said, well, you want him to sign it too? And she said, and you are?
Yeah.
It was like life imitating art.
But I got to tell you, Alan, I've watched the movie several times, and this is one of my favorite scenes of yours as far as your acting. You have a tender moment coming up here where you're talking about his dad and how his dad spoke of his sons. And when I watched the movie, I think the second time with you, it really stood out as just like a really great moment in the movie where it's just 2 guys talking. It didn't seem like 2 guys acting. It was totally believable. But it comes up right here when you get to the truck, and I'll get out of the way so everybody can hear it again. But great scene right here.
What does he talk about?
Acting. He loves acting. He talks about it. I think this is one of the first times that Chris starts to realize that his dad thought more about him than he realized.
Right.
He's very proud of you. Matter of fact, he always made sure I knew.
Because when I first say, he talks about acting a lot, he was like, oh, yeah. But then when I start talking about him, always making sure I knew when the new movie was coming out. You can see it. Now, that pitch pipe, nobody knew I had that. I just did that for that scene.
It was nice touch. And it kind of released the tension there, too. It was a little comedic moment.
Yeah.
But another great shot right here. I mean, look at the flags in the background and the squad car and the little whoo that drives off.
Just looks good, yeah.
That was a well done scene.
Well, and you can kind of see him continuing to think about what was said there when he comes back into the room, because they did a great job editing this and writing it so that you did understand that he's thinking about his dad the whole time here after what I said to him, because he's looking at his dad's picture.
Yeah, but even as a guy who was in the movie, I was like, turn that picture around for me. I just want to see,
See what the picture is.
Yeah, throughout the entire thing. I'm like, come on.
So we're heading back over to the autograph session. This is the third day of the session, and the rivalry continues. Of course, now
get some trophies out.
Craig's got his awards over there that he's won. Oh, is that what we're doing now? Awards? Oh, that was so good. Oh, I love these scenes here. Now, one thing you might want to notice right there, you can see Colonel Harvey in the background over to the left with the hat
white
on.
hat.
So he is right there right now. And Chris Stone and Shane are going to go in just a minute to eat. And Keith Brown, who plays Colonel Harvey, is sitting in the loaded goat eating.
He knew the elevator. He knew how to get up there ahead of time.
Yeah, it's like a Superman change.
Yeah.
He's actually in the room when they get back up here. I was like, oh, wow.
Now, if you haven't been to Mount Airy and you're making plans, you got to stop by the Loaded Goat. Great burgers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
they really are. It's a real restaurant.
Yeah.
It is a real place. And it's named because Jimmy, the loaded goat that ate the dynamite on the Andy Griffith Show, that's where the name came from. I love this stuff where Chris Stone thinks he's
being recognized, but he just has the mustard or the ketchup that they need at the other table. It's so funny. And, Scott, who runs the Loaded Goat, really helped us out multiple times with that location. And his daughter's in one of these scenes, in this scene coming up.
Yeah, when they come up to get the photographs with Chris Stone, they do recognize him, and they want their picture made. She's the younger or shorter of the two ladies that come up there. My wife wants to know. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that line.
All right, so give me the lowdown. What's the story with Kate?
She seems nice.
Well, I mean, like.
So he's asking about Kate. Yeah.
I wouldn't really.
All right, so these girls somebody recognizes Chris Stone.
Yeah, and on the left is Scott, the owner's daughter, and Scott and the daughter work there from time to time. You'll see them if you join. And on the right is Emmy Wright, who may have a part in the series with someone in that scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's not give away too much.
Okay. Now listen, right here when they had the two phones, one is Shane's phone, and he's excited to get pictures of Chris Stone still and the other's for the girls. But when I saw this in the movie, I'm like, did I miss something in the script where the phones get swapped and all of a sudden these girls have like Chris Stone's phone and they get a call? I thought there was gonna be a whole other thing going on, but it was just a moment. More telling you about Shane than anything else. And here's the owner, Scott.
Yeah, he's the owner of Loaded Goat, which, Shane actually tells Chris Stone, he's like, I got that. I figured it out. But he is actually the owner of Loaded Goat.
Good guy, and I'm trying to get him to name a burger after me. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but all the food there is so good. I just want something on the menu with my name on it.
I've never had anything I didn't like.
Yeah.
So definitely head over to Loaded Goat. I'm hungry. Are you?
I'm getting. Yeah, we might have to pause for a break here. The only thing that's not believable about the scene is there's food left over on that plate. And you didn't finish that burger, Chris Stone.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So I think this affects him too, because you got other people again talking about his dad.
Yeah.
And
All right, awesome. Hey, you guys have
it's really a build up throughout the whole movie.
That I think he's realizing that his dad is a nice guy. Maybe he didn't have that connection with him that the fans have, and that can happen sometimes. But he's starting to maybe think he maybe misjudged his dad a little bit, or the impact that he had as an actor, because I think he didn't value his acting.
Right.
He thought maybe he played some parts beyond.
I heard they had to film that scene where they threw the money on the table a lot to get it to land right.
Well,
but
I remember when the first new $100 bills came out, a friend of mine said, "Have you seen the new 100s?" And I said, "I never saw the old ones." That's rich.
Look at the way Kate backs away from him when he starts trying to talk to her here.
Yeah, it's a little cringy moment, I think, because he's.
And then Shane, oh, you were just talking about her. No. Look at her too, like what?
Like, what are these guys?
I love this. He gets her over. He's getting on to Shane. I don't need your help.
And just another
and
great.
then when he turns around,
Yeah,
that is awesome.
She's like, I don't need to be in this. I'm out of here. These guys are nuts.
Are you doing something with your voice?
Look, he is just confused because he's Chris Stone.
Yeah.
How is she
The ladies
resisting him?
always go to Chris Stone. Now, this is also one of my favorite Jacob Winter, Shane moments here where he's like, I don't think I would make a move. Just the way he says it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I would make a move.
It's the eyebrows coming in there on the side.
Just, try and get to know her.
I mean, Jacob comes across in this movie as such a nice guy. And he's told us that he really enjoyed playing this role because every other show he ever gets to do, I mean, he's a bad guy or like a preppy person. And he doesn't get to play a comedy role where he's a nice guy.
And Chris sees an opportune moment here to get out of this
and you
whole
see
thing.
him videoing again. He's always videoing. So yeah, it was his phone in the loaded goat, and now it's here. He's always videoing. He knocks it out of his hand.
Hey, Doug. Hey, can I borrow the car for an hour?
And then this is the beginning of the transformation right here.
Is.
Sometimes you need a little quiet time, Alan, to clear your head and think about what's really important in life.
You do.
Doug's going to have some time doing that as his car gets stolen.
So he borrows Doug's car, and he's listening to the banjo music. That banjo music is, again, Baraka Valley.
Yeah, Becky pecking away on there, doing good.
Yeah. And this is Mayberry Mills.
And the reflection in the pond, he's getting ready to reflect on a lot of things here.
Right.
A little symbolism going on.
So you see the turtle. So, okay, so turtles do get in the road in the South, but not
a desert turtle.
A desert turtle.
Yeah, I think that was, we needed a bigger turtle for the impact of the scene there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's turtle squashed all over the place right now.
So he had to dodge that big turtle.
Which, does a turtle mean to you slow down a little bit? Maybe
so,
slow down
yeah.
and reflect?
Maybe so.
I think the two together back to back, that's what made me think in the movie, for sure.
So where he is, he's up in, it's in Meadows of Dan is where this area is. It's up on the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's only about 18 miles from Mount Airy, North Carolina.
25, 30-minute drive.
Something like that. And this is a real place. It's the Mayberry Trading Post. And it is a place where Andy Griffith's grandparents actually used to pick up their mail at this location.
Yeah, they went to get their mail right there. Isn't that something?
Yeah, and it's an old... well, it is exactly what it looks like. If you go in, all this stuff's in there. Now, recently it's been remodeled, and they put in a new floor and kind of leveled the floor out. But it is still open, and you can go and visit this place. And it is a really neat place. First time I ever went in it, there was an older gentleman that was running. It was one of the owners or running the place. And he was in the back of the room back there cutting lye soap into whatever size, and he would cut one and put it in a thing and then say 25 cents. Then he'd cut another one and it would say 30. But he wasn't measuring them or anything.
Well,
He's
sometimes
just
you got to
cut-
do lie on the fly, man. You know, you just throw it in a Ziploc bag and charge 35 cents for it. There's a big demand for lye soap out in that area still. I love the lighting in this scene, the contrast between the outside and the inside, and just, man, all this stuff. Don't you like walking around those kind of places?
Oh yeah, he's got so many things in here. So there's a photograph up here near the...
Coming up here on the left corner, I think.
Yeah, and that is one of the backers of the movie that was unable to actually be in the movie, so they put his photograph.
Yeah, as an 8x10. It's going to pop up right over here on the left in a second.
You'll be able to see, yeah. So that's Gary Nation, is the old man at the Mayberry Trading Post. He doesn't have a name, he's just the old man. But he did a great job. I didn't get to see him or meet him at all.
But he's a well-practiced actor,
Obviously.
voiceover actor as well. You can tell just the quality of his voice. But yeah, I think he added a lot to this scene. Kind of the voice of reason.
Well, yeah, this was a huge moment in the film where he's reaching out, he's touching Chris more.
Yeah.
It's just a continuation of what he's already begun. So it's...
Yeah, it's kind of the voice Chris is hearing in his head, and now it's actually a figure telling what he's kind of thinking, kind of to reinforce it. And this changes the trajectory of the movie in a fun way.
Right. Well, and it's kind of spooky, right? Because he just appears out of nowhere. He's not there because Chris looks over, and then he turns around, he's just there.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of questions about who is this guy? What is he? Is he an angel or what? Well, if you look behind his head when he's moving around right there, there's a cross on the bookshelf. It's right behind his head right now. When he leans forward, you'll see it. But there is a cross back there. That wasn't there before he came out there. And see it?
Yeah, I just saw it right there.
When he leans forward, you'll see it. There's another shot or two, I think you see it. But that wasn't there before. And so, what is he?
How did he get there?
Is he an angel? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's just, and you know, we don't know. We don't know. It's never told. You know.
Do you have all the answers in life, Alan?
Do not.
I don't either. There's another question I have, though. I've got lots of those. And there's a little heart back there. Maybe he's the heart that's missing in Chris Stone's. Stone Cold Heart.
Hey, that's deep.
I just saw that myself for the first time.
That's a deep. Oh, that's a good thought.
And what do you think about the arrowheads? Is this pointing a new direction? The arrows? Wow, that could be something you could chew on for a little bit in the
Your
podcast.
education's worth every penny.
Now there's the headshot we're
there's the
talking
picture
about.
that we were talking about.
That's
yeah.
the backer who got in the movie even though he couldn't make it out there.
Well, and he knows it's Chris Stone right here. He says, Mr. Stone.
Yeah,
I mean, how does he know who
Well, he
he
saw
is?
Vegan Gringo, didn't you? And that guy looked like a vegan if I ever saw
He may
one.
have saw Death Figure 8.
Gary probably eats Swiss cheese sandwiches made out of soy.
So you can see how much it affected him here and the thoughts he's having.
Yeah.
And this just continues. It's a running thing through this, you know, even later, other scenes we're going to do in a little bit, he continues to reinforce what this is. So as you see here, as he's driving away, the turtle, he didn't hit the turtle.
No, thank goodness,
Now,
because that's
there-
a misdemeanor.
There is some fan theories that the turtle is the old man. That is also the old man. Like maybe if it's an angel, it's a turtle, made him run off the road, then it's in the building.
Well, I don't know about where you're getting your
that's
theology,
pretty-
but
that's
I don't know.
pretty deep.
I don't know if
So these two people are Don and Betty that he's signed for. That's a nod to
Don Knotts and Betty Lynn.
Yeah,
How
Thelma
about
Lou
that?
and Barney. Yeah.
that's a nice little, super quick touch. Now Chris Hudson's just about over. Our other friend here. Come on, dude.
Yeah, so evidently balloons and music draws people over to your autograph sessions, at least
Yep.
in here. So see, he's starting to change already because he didn't answer the phone when Stanley called.
Yeah, and those balloons were also in his hotel room earlier. I think we saved money by moving the balloons across the county.
We had to save money where we could.
Now there's the first smile I think you actually see. The first, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Give a little bit, take a little less.
So here he goes. This is when he finally goes over and he's talking to Kate and asking her out on a date and just gets shot down.
Yeah.
I mean, ouch. I mean, she's not even nice about it. I'm just not interested.
No. Well, why should she be? He doesn't even like how to. He doesn't like how to drink. He doesn't like drinking coffee. Why would you even go on a date with a guy like this?
So yeah, she just shoots him down completely.
It'd be great if one of these balloons just deflated at this moment or popped.
We didn't have the budget.
Well, you know, special effects.
Yeah. So the worker here carrying out stuff, that's the writer director
Stark. Yeah.
Stark Howell.
And you know, just like Hitchcock, you got to get in the movie somewhere.
Yeah. And I didn't know this, but Chris, that him getting his arm hooked, that was an accident. That didn't mean they didn't mean for that to happen. So here's where he runs into me as I'm coming out of the barber shop because I had to leave because if I stay in there too long, people want me to cut some hair.
Yeah, and here's our friend who plays Mr. Swamp.
Yeah, Dennis Bill.
Who's an incredible Mayberry historian.
He is. He's a trivia expert. And so these cat pictures I'm pulling out of my pocket, I have been carrying those around since 1994. I did not actually cut the cat's hair. I just want you to know that. That was a vet that did that. And the after picture is actually before. So it grew the hair back and I took the picture of it.
Gotcha. A propitia moment.
Yeah.
Now here we are getting ready to get into one of the biggest capers in the entire movie.
This is so fun. When I read the script, this part of the movie, the script, was the part I was just, we've got to get this right. This feels like the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
You know, this feels like an adventure.
There goes a car. I never forget a car.
You never forget a car. Oh, I wonder whatever happened to the original.
Should have been the Smithsonian. They had to put one in the Smithsonian. But again, first time Chris here is thinking about somebody besides himself.
Oh, that's true.
He knows how he can make us happy by just doing something simple for us.
Because he knows where one is, yeah.
No, I know where there's
One what? Oh.
A real one? The real? What?
So, talking about the cat pictures there, when we actually filmed that, we filmed the long shot of me showing him the cat pictures, but we didn't film the close-up where you could actually see what I was showing him. That was actually filmed later at a different spot. I mean, we weren't even in the same general area when we filmed it.
Did you use a stunt hand
It
to
was
hold the
it
book?
It was
or was
a
that your
stunt-
actual hand?
It was a stunt cat.
There
That's
you
what
go.
it was. But it's always so cool how they can put these things together, and it just all seems seamless.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, the hat that I'm wearing in the movie was sold later on to raise more money for the editing costs and stuff as part of the Indiegogo, which, you know, fans funded this whole movie.
They did, yeah.
And
They
we
did.
can't say enough thanks for that. But this hat belongs to somebody else now. I don't wear that one anymore.
So here we are on the adventure. Here we finally go, and so Barney's.
I'm in my squad car that I drove to the festival, which I
Right.
don't actually have one. People offer to sell them to me all the time, but I don't know how to work on them. But we would have a conversation like this if we were going to a festival, wouldn't we?
We would.
You know,
We would.
the origins of Ernest T. Bass's name and the family lineage and all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, here you're driving too slow because this is a.
Well, that's a real delicate machine now. You treat her right, and she'll treat you right.
But she's just a replica.
What would it look like if a lawman was speeding? But we had fun. This was at Conner Prairie, just outside of Indianapolis, and this was like 4 a.m. We were out there, a little chilly, so we were happy to be in the car. If you remember,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
wearing blankets when we were outside, and
Right.
we're not actually moving. People were rocking the car back and forth.
Oh, this is where they had us. He asked us, "Did you bring a change of clothes?" And we looked at each other. That was Rick's idea. How we did that, where we looked at each other, looked down at our clothes, and then looked back up.
Yeah, the 3-beat, the look over. Yeah, no. And we were actually able to call that back in the series.
That's right. Well, so this whole scene here where we're talking about Ernest T, that's a real conversation that we had. Me and the guy that plays Otis, Ken Junkin, we actually had this conversation driving back from Mayberry in the Midwest, an event they don't have anymore, but it was in Danville. And we had this whole conversation about Ernest T. And I did a podcast about it because I thought it was an interesting thing. And Stark listened to the podcast and he goes, "Oh, so he stole the dialogue."
Yeah.
So he told me he shouldn't have any trouble remembering the lines on this scene.
And that probably would have been me in the back seat if I just met you and Ken doing that. I'd be in it for a while, but I'm like, okay, enough, fellas.
What are you guys talking about? But this again here where I get upset because he got onto us. You know, family's important.
Right.
And what you say and what we're saying here, I think it really affects.
It affects Chris, but I got to be honest. When we were shooting this, I didn't understand the gravitas and the heaviness of that family's real, and I didn't because it was 4 a.m.
Right.
I wasn't thinking, well, this is his moment to realize that he doesn't have the family connection that he should have had,
Right.
and that we do, even though we're just these crazy people.
I agree. Well, I don't think Barney and Floyd in the movie knew it either.
No,
I mean,
we didn't know.
So
yeah, we wouldn't have known. I
You're
guess.
right. We didn't know that it was. So here, when this scene starts, we were standing back there behind those trees. There's a generator.
Some good diesel fumes.
To light the lighting you see back there, to keep that light there. And it was so loud we could barely hear them say action,
Yeah.
so we could go.
And I actually tripped over a rock there. It was dark and we were trying to stay on time, but I just totally almost did a face plant there.
Yeah, we were afraid you were going to get hurt or
Yeah.
something.
Now, we've talked about this and other people have at the meetups that we've had, but being a night shoot, it kind of transitions into black and white in a very subtle way. And I think that's what makes this particular scene and series of scenes flow, kind of like the old Andy Griffith show. It is that nighttime, almost day for night kind of look. And this is a great, you reaching around and we're not there. It was almost like the Animaniacs meet the Andy Griffith show. You know, we're like on the Warner Brothers lot and we're sneaking around in the middle of the night and just having a good old time here.
This was so fun. And what was fun about it is when we were filming some of those things, like when I reached backwards and you weren't there, the first time we did it, everybody that was filming and watching it started laughing as soon as they cut the scene because they thought it was funny.
Yeah. Now, I got to tell you, this car belongs to Terry Varvel, who will be in the scene coming up. He had just bought this car, had it waxed and cleaned up, and Stark said, we're going to have to make it look like it's been sitting out and rusty. So they had to throw cornstarch on it and dirt and powder and flour and leaves. And Terry the whole time was like, I hope this comes off. I mean, this is the first time he gets to get in. I mean, literally the first week I think he had the car.
Yeah.
And thanks to him for letting us use it. And it's been the winner at some Squad Car Nationals and some of these meetups.
I love this. So Rick gets in the car here. This whole scene right here, can I? You know, that whole thing is great. But when you get in here, I was actually lucky enough to be standing over here looking through the window watching you do this. And it was hilarious. And every time we've shown it in a theater with a crowd of people, the crowd always starts laughing. And I remember as you were doing it, Stark said, just kept going, keep going, keep going. So you could just do more faces and stuff.
Yeah, kind of went through the whole Barney, should I be here? I am here. I'm here, baby. You know, the whole owning it.
It was great.
And again, this was so late at night that we were just I was just trying to remember where I was, weren't you?
Yeah, it was we did these obviously night shoots. We had 2 in a row. So we're hearing the people now over in the, whatever this was, noise. Every time I watch this scene, even now, I think you're going to slam this door because it looks like.
But she's a delicate machine now. You treat her right, she'll treat you right.
So this is at a whole different place. That other thing was at Connor Prairie, and now we're at another
We're out in a cornfield at another donated spot.
I love that shot there where we do the Three Stooges kind of ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You know, and look.
And then we come back.
Yeah.
And this was, again, this for me was the last night of shooting.
Yeah, this was the last thing we filmed, I believe, that night.
We were running on coffee and some moon pies at this point. But I like this too because it's the first time that I've come out of character of the impersonator. And when I see people commenting on the movie like, my name's Warren, like they just start LOLing on that because it's you didn't want to have to be Barney there at that moment, or Barney Fife impersonator.
Right, and and of course it's funny because Warren, well, never mind, Chris Tone doesn't know that.
Right.
So yeah, this we were also kneeling on gravel
for a while.
Yeah, so finally they brought us some quilt type things that you could kneel on to try to, because they were the gravel was just eating into our knees. Because we were down like that for a long time.
Oh yeah, we're some 50-year-old men.
If you watch when Rick gets up here in a minute to go in there, he has a little bit of a hard time, and Chris Stone just pushes.
Yeah, I get a little Reggie Bush push here in a second to get into the end zone. There we go. What did they got? How would Barney do it? There he is.
I love this. We'll be right here. And then.
I'll hit the lights.
Yeah, so here comes the push.
Yeah, here comes, So Rick did better than I would have getting up, by the way.
And then, whoop, there we go.
He pushed him. And you did, this is obviously right from the Andy Griffith Show. When Barney was looking around in Weaver's department store, he was duck walking, is what that's called. And you were doing that.
I was getting down the best I could.
Oh, you did a great job.
And then this shot, well, after he gets in here, when I come up, from the angle where the cameras were and where I was, it was really tricky. So we actually, I think they got one of the ones that we meant to get, but we did a reverse where I started at the top and went back down to make sure that my face was fully visible for the camera, because it's just a really weird angle.
So they're still in this unknown orange car with 01 on the front, because we had to cover it up because there would be a trademark or copyright problem.
Yeah, and there in the plaid shirt on the left is Terry Varvel, and he owns the car that I just got out of where I was really hamming it up behind the wheel. And he does Barney Fife and a few different characters. He does Warren and others, and great guy. And I want to tell you about this gun for a second. This pistol right here, so Kelly Rolfson lives in Indianapolis. She had that gun, if I remember right, and I tried to text her today to find out the details, but that was within her family for a while. And it was like a really old, precious gun. And so she would bring it to the set every day. Even if the gun didn't show up on the screen, she wanted me to have it in my holster. And we're talking, some of these mornings we had to be there at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., the night shoots. She just wanted to be close to the gun, but wanted the gun to be in every scene. Right. So again, thanks to Kelly for letting me handle that weapon there, and I don't think I damaged it.
Yeah, it was really pretty. Well, Floyd was stopping the guys from leaving by using my scissors. People sometimes can't see that I'm holding scissors.
Yeah. What is this? And then if you want to look real quick to right here, the police officer, one of the girls that comes up in the loaded goat earlier, Emmy, that's her dad, and he runs the theater there in Danville.
And the Great Clips that I was in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was his. Yeah.
Gotcha. But a good guy, and it was fun to act off.
It's great at Great Clips.
It is.
Yeah, it's not good there. It's great.
It's great.
Yeah, because I got that wrong a few times.
Well, the number one thing to know when you're fighting law in the big city. This moment here, I was just getting into full Barney Fife. I was like, man, I wish I had 2 more lines before he cut me off.
I love this though. You're just gone.
I'm just gone. Just like Kate outside the loaded goat. I'm not there when you turn around.
And then it cuts right to us in the squad car. You're ripping it out of there, and we're laughing and happy. And you're
I'm still a little tense from the action. I'm still trying to, as Barney, work through just what happened and how we came out on the right side of things.
You know, nip it, Floyd. Yeah, that was so fun.
And I got a little sunburn there on my neck. I'd gone for a bike ride the day before the night shoots because we had the daytime free. A little sunburn.
So Chris Stone comes in and basically he's passing out because we've been out all night.
I mean, it's daybreak. He tries to go to bed, but what's going to happen here? Phone call.
Phone rings as soon as he hits the bed. And there's Doug.
I'm outside ready to pick you up.
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes.
That's not enough time to pick up that fine continental breakfast there in the lobby, is it?
It's not.
Nothing like a good lobby waffle to get your day going.
So I guess we were fine, though. We were out all night, too, and we show up later.
Well, you know, when you're a lawman, you got to work different hours.
Barber.
Use your body as a weapon.
I guess a barber, too. You're just used to it. You know, I'm on my feet all day.
Well, you can't cut a werewolf's mane in the middle of the day. Sometimes you got to stay up at night.
All right, so we're back at the autograph session. This is the 5th day, and they're still competing. So he's got Briscoe on his side over there. Craig does, and then Greg has got Opie.
And I did not get to say hello to this young guy. I wasn't in the scene, and I saw him going down the hallway. I thought he'd be there all day. I wanted to get a picture while I was decked out as Barney Fife and didn't get a chance to do it. And
there were people thinking that was really Opie. They had like CG'd him or something. I was like, wow.
There's time travel out there.
So we had the people getting a picture made. They were wearing Weaver's clothes. That was product placement. That's what that was.
Weaver's is a real department store online.
It is. Weaver's department store.
And you can get all kinds of Mayberry stuff there.
Yeah. And my wife runs it. So
information about Mayberry meetups and all kinds of information at Weaver's Department Store.
.com.
Actually, my mother-in-law bought me some sweaters from Christmas from there. And I guess talk to your wife, and she said that.
Did the hair start coming out in bunches? Is it
a little bit. Yeah.
So we're back at the hotel.
Oh, sun's out, guns out.
Talking to his mom. Yeah.
I love you too.
Talking to his mom. Yeah, the ladies like this shot, I guess.
Well, he's being a good son here. You call your mom and your dad.
Talking to his mom and
check in. Luckily, he did call his dad.
Well, this was really nice because this is he's already gone through all these different things and now he's reaching out to his dad. So he's been thinking about him all week.
Turning the corner.
Yeah, and it's a big point, I believe, and real moving.
Yeah, this movie should really be shown across the country on Father's Day weekend, year after year.
Ooh.
There's plenty of Christmas movies and Halloween movies, but Father's Day movies.
Perfect Father's Day movie.
Perfect Father's Day gift. Get the DVD at weaversdepartmentstore.com.
Or at other streaming services.
Yeah, check mayberryman.com for more information.
Yeah, this is good. So it's good when he finally does talk to his dad. I mean, I think that's you really see that the Mayberry people have
had an impact.
Yeah, they've really changed it.
And you know what, too? I know everything comes down to script and timing and stuff, but the length of the phone call was just right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not going to get into a 2-hour conversation with somebody he's just reconnecting with. He just kind of wants to touch base, get out.
Right.
Let it start.
Yeah.
But I thought it was played well by Brett. And obviously, I didn't know him before the movie. I don't know if you did either. But since to see the other movies he's been in, like, we got lucky having this guy.
We really did, yeah. Yeah, he did a great job being a person at the beginning that you kind of didn't like, but you still kind of liked him. There was something about him you liked, even though I
gotta get going.
He was.
Well, I found that way to be off stage too. Like, I didn't like him till halfway through the movie. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it was easier to like him the more the character was likable.
It was
for sure.
He was able to play that role that way, so that it was, even though he had things about him that you didn't like, there was something about him you did like. And I just think he did a great job. Yeah,
he knew how to get from point A to point B character with the arc that I'm still be learning for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But he had to have some. You have to hold back a little bit so you can go somewhere.
We were very fortunate. All right, so now Craig and Greg, they're buddies now, and they're coming in here. They're trying to do this pitch. Now, where they say this here, where they say, "Don't make me howl." Well, obviously that's a nod to the Howells when they did that. Now we got Kate she's come over to talk to Chris.
She's like, maybe I was a little bit too harsh with you there.
Yeah, think so, man.
But maybe he was coming on a little strong too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he deserved it. He kind of says that.
How about these two good-looking guys up in this poster? Do you see that up at the top of the screen?
That's a great poster. Yeah.
Do you have that?
No, I don't. That they only had about 2 of those, and they moved them around throughout the series or movie. They would move it from one location to the other wherever Sherry thought it needed to be. She was the art director,
right?
And she would move it from one location to another, so it'd be in the scene.
Yeah. She did a great job, and her daughter's in one scene towards the end.
Oh yeah.
If we can remember to point her out.
Definitely will.
But yeah, they were fun to have around.
Yeah, they're both in that scene. Because she won't let her watch the movie.
The death.
Shingletown. My mom won't let me watch Shingletown. It's her. Yeah.
All right, so things are turning around for Chris Stone here, maybe?
Yeah, he's looking pretty happy, and then now he's fixing to get the pitch for the movie from Craig and Greg.
He accidentally looked approachable for a moment, and they seize that moment with an alien movie, and maybe that pays off for one of these guys.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they end up
maybe
doing
you
pretty
need
well.
to watch the series to find out what happens on this stuff.
Thank you so much for
Now there's John Moe on the left, by the way, and a good guy, good backer of the movie, and just a fun guy to have around. And little known fact, he plays Billy the Kidney.
Billy the Kidney.
Yeah, for kidney fundraisers and stuff for that in the Indianapolis area. But I like John a lot.
Oh, so this is where he's calling Shane out on the golf course because he can't find him. Or well, I guess he's talking to Stanley right now, telling him to cancel the meeting.
Yeah.
He's been working so hard. So that sign there, you see the sign? That's the same sign that was in there. Earlier. They just moved it. So by the end of the movie, it was starting to look a little rough because it got moved around.
Yeah, indoor, outdoor.
So you can't find Shane. Where is he? And so Shane's out on the golf course. We're fixing to see that, and this is a funny scene. I don't know how much of this Shane ad-libbed or Jacob.
Oh, hey, Mr. Stone.
But he just really he took that role and really did a lot with it. I mean, there was a chemistry between Jacob and Brett that came across on screen very well, and you could just see it.
Well, I think what you see more than anything else is, actors, and we're impersonators.
Well, that's probably
Although
true.
we've come a little way, but these guys have studied acting. They know how to do some things, and I thought they, along with several of the other people that stepped up, like Chris Bowman, just really made the most out of their scenes every single time.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And I was just trying to remember what I was supposed to be doing and stick with it. But moving forward, I like to have a little bit more fun. But Shane takes great advantage of this scene in the golf club. Keep an eye on the club.
So the club actually comes from a slightly different angle because it's not the same club because they were afraid it was going to hit somebody.
Yeah. So one club went forward and then somebody tossed that over his head.
Yeah.
And again, making the most out of a quick scene there.
I love this line where he's like, Chris Stone. Looking in the window. Or in
Sometimes
the
you got to give yourself a pep talk, Now, the Mayberry Cafe in Danville, Indiana.
Yeah.
You can go there. You can eat. They've got TV screens on the wall showing Mayberry episodes. The squad car sitting out front, I believe one time got smashed into.
Oh, it got totaled.
Got
completely,
totaled.
yes.
But
and it doesn't sit out on the front anymore. It sits on the side.
Yeah.
Because it got totaled twice, or hit. And one time totaled.
Good food there. We went there for a kind of a wrap party pre-movie premiere thing and had a good time. But again, Chris Stone doesn't drink coffee. I don't know how you live with yourself. I don't like coffee. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he can't catch a break trying to talk to Kate.
Would you like to walk?
No.
But she does agree to walk with him. And in here, so they wanted it to look like this is a modern day. This is current, but they director Stark, he wanted to have a vintage feel. So there's a lot of older classic cars in the background, and have extras dressed in, vintage clothing and stuff like that.
And you would see some of these types of cars at Mayberry festivals.
You would.
I mean, we've certainly seen them in like Granville and places like that where people bring their old school cars to these things. But it's nice to have a squad car in the background and some of those older dudes.
And there were several squad cars there. It wasn't just one or two or three.
There was like 5 to 7, I think. Yeah,
there
people
were a
really
lot.
took advantage. Well, think about it. If you're a Mayberry fan, you hear there's a Mayberry movie going on, anything connected with it, you want your car in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just some
Try to
bragging
bring
rights.
your car, yeah. Yeah, you can say as seen in Mayberry Man.
Yeah,
That's right.
Sign some autographed pictures of your car.
Yeah.
But I do like some of these cars, man. I love the old Mustangs.
Well, it really added a lot to the way the movie felt, I think, because of it, they had so many period things. Like there's a different car.
Yeah.
So there's just so many.
Well, when you talk about production value, that's what a film looks like versus what it costs to make.
Mhm.
I don't know what the ratio was on this film, but it looks phenomenal.
It does.
And again, it was crowdfunded, and again, thanks to all those people that helped us get it done. But just the volunteers that stood in there and the people that brought their cars, just amazing.
Well, that's something we hadn't really talked about. There were a lot of volunteers.
Well, wait till you see the ending credits and the people that funded and just showed it up. I mean, there was over 1,000 people involved, I'm sure.
Yeah, and there were people there every day. They didn't get paid. They came and they helped provide snacks or something, or water, or there were just people doing security type
Well, this
things.
whole parade, I just want to tell you, they shut down the street. There was no actual parade going on during this weekend. They said, if you want to be in the parade, you got a car, or if you want to be on the side, show up. And look how people just showed up to, these are all volunteers. Baraka Valley up there on the truck. There's Christy again and Michelle doing their thing.
And there were a lot of extras. We had a lot because it was over a holiday weekend when we did this, but there weren't enough to line the entire parade route. So when you see the people on the sides, those same people,
They come around.
They may be in other spots too.
Yeah, they'll come around to the courthouse square.
Yeah, because they moved them around, or they moved them to the side that the camera would be shooting toward to make it look more people. And they did an amazing. That's in Mount Airy, that scene.
Right, and then
it
backwards
drops back to
Vanderbilt, because I wasn't in Mount Airy for the movie.
Yeah. So they did a lot of stuff to make it feel like a real Mayberry event. And again, it was during the COVID time frame, and so it was almost impossible to do something like that.
Yeah. And this was like the second day of shooting, right? Second
Yeah,
or third
that
day.
was, the parade was, yes.
So there was a lot going on right off the gate where I'm like, whoa, this is a big project.
Oh, so this is bad because Kate overhears this conversation. She hears the judge, Judge Lowry, I guess, telling Chris that he's completed his sentence, and she hears that.
Yeah, and I remember having to sort of listen and tell Kate when they're done talking and give her a little tap so she can go over here. And this was a cicada mess. I mean, when they filmed Forrest Gump, they had cicada problems. So what I heard that they did on that set was they made loud clapping noises and the cicadas would stop for 20 or 30 seconds. So we did that a couple times here to kind of see if we could shut them down. So you'll still hear some come through, but it was a lot. And it was hot. Remember how hot it was?
It was hot, yeah. Oh, it was hot.
Well, the volunteers. Oh, they brought
hot.
us little personal fans.
It's 92.
And umbrellas.
Yeah, it was definitely hot. So there's because of some of that kind of stuff, we had to do some pickups. So there's some scenes here that most people don't even notice. They were filmed at a different place. We filmed them at the 4-H building, actually. This is where you and me and Brett are talking here. There's some shots that are from a different angle, and they're not at this location.
Or on the same day. Here's a
that's it right there. So that's a different place. Yeah, a different day, a different place. But nobody really. I've asked if people notice this, and most people never noticed it. I mean, I'm sure a filmmaker.
Well, they do now.
Well, they will now if they listen to this. So you got the inside track.
And
now.
so we're back to the first day.
Yeah.
And then it'll cut again to the second day.
I'm sure a filmmaker or somebody like that would know that, but
look at these good-looking Mayberry guys. The men of Mayberry. Ladies, I hope you're taking note. You got your Goober, you got your Gomer, you got your Briscoe, you got your Mayor,
you got
your Otis,
you got Mr.
and you got
Swamp in the
Mr.
back,
Swamp.
back there.
I mean, is there 12 of us? Can we do a Men of Mayberry calendar? I know the fire department does it.
Oh, I don't know how that'll work. So,
You know, it's like we always say,
once you've been to
Mayberry Fest,
your family. There you go.
Thanks, Floyd.
And then back to the other day, a separate location.
And it's really not that noticeable.
No, I thought they did a good job.
They did a great job of shooting it. Now, the one thing we did have to do is like my scissors and comb and all that stuff. I don't really pay attention to where they are in my pocket, but since this was exactly the same shot, we had to make sure my stuff in my pocket was in the right order.
Go back and look at the continuity.
Right, because I wore the same shirt, tie. It wasn't the same shirt, by the way. It's the exact.
It was getting a little right there. A little right by the time we got to the loaded goat.
I had about 7 of the same shirts and 7 coats and I had 3 ties and a bunch of pairs of blue pants too. So I had a lot.
Now, what I didn't say there, and we can cut this out if it doesn't play with our audience, but when Michelle and Christy came running through that time, I wanted to say, looks like a couple of cougars got loose from the Mayberry Zoo. But I ran it by Starkey's like, no.
That's a little much.
But they were after Jacob there, so. Now, who is this strapping young man?
All right, so this is Court Howell, the producer of Mayberry Man, here trying to check into the hotel.
And he doesn't want a room next to that Ernest T. fella. He didn't want no broken windows.
So there's been questions, why is he not like Ernest T? My theory is because his dad was married to Charlene and Ernest T kept trying to steal him from him.
That must be it.
But yeah, his character was Mr. Bowden, which is Trey Bowden, Opie's buddy from the Andy Griffith Show.
And this is Olivia Disney. She did a great job here, just being starstruck, poking back around the counter. Again, a small part, but made the most of it.
Oh, great job, she did. She looked so enamored with Chris Stone. It almost looks like when he asked her name, I just wish she'd had a name tag on where she could just look and see what it was.
Yeah.
Because it's like, my name? Oh, my name.
It's Jill.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, she did a good job. And
she did.
I guess Chris Stone has a certain demographic. It's starting to appear like the younger gals, huh?
Oh, I guess so. That's the only scene she's in, but she did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, so Chris is writing a note to the Mayberry family and to Kate.
He seems to be reflecting there.
Ooh, that's deep too.
Well, you know, it's a tried and true staple of most movies is to have a moment of reflection. Can you see the room number? This would be a great trivia question, but I don't see if we can see the room number on there. No, that would have been good.
Oh, so here, this is one of the places where you really see that, he's really changed. I mean, he is given Doug information about how to get he's going to pay for it.
He's already paid for it. So just call the guy.
Yeah, just call the guy.
It's done.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Thanks, Mr. Stone.
To get his car seat fixed.
And then Shane has found that he likes the pace of life in Mayberry.
Yeah, he didn't tell you?
Well, he must have been making some pretty good money as a personal assistant. Look at that.
So he bought a house, yeah. So that house, by the way, is right beside the location where the car was being stolen. That's the same place.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this, I love this line where he says, "Scooch, buddy, scooch." I use that now all the time. That was something I'd never used before.
That kid and he played along. He thought he was in trouble after the first take. He goes, I'm like, no, it was just having fun, buddy.
So in this scene, the guy that's looking at the car, his name's Jim. And Jim is a nod to Jim Clark, the presiding goober of the Andy Griffith Show Rerun Watchers Club. And that's Jeff Barry, who's the It's Real guy. It's him. That's him. It's real.
Yeah, you want to talk about milking a line. This guy could have had a dairy farm.
Oh, did
but it was great.
So the letter I'm reading here, that's in the script that and I didn't want to have to remember it, so I wrote it all down on that piece of paper and stuck it under the car just in case the prop people didn't do it. So I didn't have to try to remember what Chris Stone written. I could just read it off of the page.
Whenever possible, have your lines somewhere where you can see them.
I still have the piece of paper. I still have it. So I have that note.
Now I like this crane shot or however we got that jib shot, kind of panning up and then coming back down on the mansion.
Now we're heading out to the Chris Stone's mansion, and remember, the inside is different than the outside. It's 2 different places.
2 different places.
Deli sandwich ever, of course.
And do you remember what fruit we picked up in this house and did a photo op with? Do you remember we were in the kitchen and me, you, Rob, and one other person grabbed a banana.
I thought it was a banana.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I didn't know this. Jackie Joseph was supposed to have played Chris Stone's mom, but she couldn't because of the COVID restrictions and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So this lady ended up.
She did great.
Now, Jackie, if you don't know who that is, that's Ramona, my darling Romina. And that's who that is from the Andy Griffith Show. And yeah, this lady did an amazing job. She was great. It was a small role there.
And the casting was good. Like, you could see that as being his mom.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, we get to go visit in L.A. because
we do.
Every once in a while we go do all L.A. things.
That's
and all
right.
Mayberry things.
Just all things Mayberry. So to film that shot there of me on the phone, they had me up on a ladder looking up into a camera. They were up on the ladder looking down at me, and I was looking up at a camera. I think Larry's great in here. He said, "Does he owe you money?" I love that.
Yeah.
I'm serious about the money thing.
Now, little known fact, some of the artwork that's on the wall there is just artwork that was already there.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Wow, that takes a lot of work. So you saw the Vegan Gringo. He's got another poster in that room of Vegan Gringo.
It did well.
It did. He made a lot of money off of that.
Yeah, they didn't sell a lot of hot dogs in the theater that week.
Here's the surprise. Oh, there he is.
And I got to wear the old Barney Fife on Vacation shirt. You know, that was kind of fun. Little nod and the hat.
Yeah, that was awesome. So, yeah, we were out there going to see all the stuff up at Myers Lake, Franklin Canyon.
Which you actually did.
I did. As a matter of fact, I did it back in February, just recently. It's where they filmed the opening credits. Yeah, did all that stuff. And we really do go out there every so often and do some of that kind of stuff.
You know, people can learn more about that by listening to Two Chairs No Waiting podcast, because you'll tell people when you'll be out there and they can just tag along and have fun, right?
Oh, yeah. And they'll learn more than they wanted to know.
they'll learn where stuff used to be.
That's right. Things that aren't there anymore. We'll tell you all about it.
I like this big surprise here. Is we've got a few more people waiting to see Chris Stone and celebrate, have a little fun here out in California.
Right. So, well, he brought the whole studio. That's.
Well, he's got that kind of money.
He bought a whole studio.
That figure 8 residuals coming in.
We've got a surprise for you. So we go out there and everybody's going to sing happy birthday to him. And I didn't realize this, but just in a few minutes you're going to have a lady that says, "Can you believe we're all here?" Well, that's the Indiana First Lady. Yeah, Janet Holcomb. I didn't know that.
Well, there was a lot of moving parts going on that day.
Yeah, they were singing. There was people coming in. Come on in, everybody. You know.
Come on in, everybody.
Yeah, I got to I'm pretty much done, so I got to hang out on this side of the porch and watch all these scenes being shot with the owners of the house, a very sweet couple, and they were just having a blast with everybody coming in and out of their place. It was pretty fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he's looking for Kate.
Yeah, he's trying to see if she made the trip too.
Did she come?
And
then
there
it is. That's Sherry,
the set director, designer. Yep. And there's her daughter.
That's Hattie.
And Doug made the trip, and he left that car out there for you because you got picked up in it one day.
He did.
And there's Kate.
Finally, there's Kate. Oh, look. Oh, this is the Hallmark moment right here. Right.
Yep. This is the summer springtime Hallmark movie of the week moment that you'll interrupt.
This was so uncomfortable for me because it has me, you know, they're almost about to, and then I jump right in there. Now, Ashley, Kate's husband, says this is his favorite scene. He likes that I did that.
You stopped everything from going down.
It was his favorite.
And then I like the little teaser kicker, what just happened moment that's coming in here at the very end of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The old guy at the trading post.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Who is he? Who is this old guy? Of course, I play this off like, oh, you're tricking me.
Right.
Yeah, there was no old man up there. You're a good actor.
It's been closed for years.
Right. And
Talk to him.
so this just plays into that whole thing. Who is the old man at the trading post? It's been closed for years. And by the way, it's not closed. Please go there and visit.
Right.
We don't want people to not go there because they think it's closed. It is open. You can go there. But Chris, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. So the credits are going to roll.
Can I just say something about the music?
Oh, yeah.
So Levi Riggs has this
great
incredible song that he threw in here. And just an incredible, just upbeat. It feels, when I heard it, I'm like, why isn't somebody else recording this and getting it on the air on the radio? It's a perfectly written song. And Jefferson Denham wrote a lot of the songs too, who is a friend of Stark's and grew up with him and all this stuff. But great music throughout from Barack and Levi Riggs.
So here's the closing scene here. So Chris Stone's been signing his picture and his dad's picture. So this came up throughout, toward the middle of the movie. They actually changed the end. So he's signing Mr. Swamp's picture. So that's supposed to be Walter Stone.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Swamp. That's not really his name. We don't know Mr. Swamp's name. Nobody's ever figured it out. But that came up as an idea. And so they changed some things through the movie that he had passed away and all that kind of stuff had happened. And they told a couple of us because we had lines that had to change, and they told us why.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a secret until the movie came out that was the case.
Yeah.
And it's a surprise, and a lot of people don't see it because they don't sit through the credits.
Well, this is one movie you want to sit through the credits, because I just want you to see how many people pitched in to make this thing happen. I mean, on screen, off screen, behind the screens, promotion, social media. Nobody watching this now would be watching it if it wasn't for all those people that helped us out. So thanks again to everybody that did that.
Yeah, there were so many. There were people. Actually, my brother donated toward the thing. I didn't know it until I saw his name in the credits.
Oh, wow. I need to shoot him a thank you note.
Yeah, and I think Eric Lowry, he's in there as like 3 or 4 different names. He's got different names, the mayor, the judge.
And I tell you, if you're watching this and you want to meet the mayor, the best thing you do is look up Mayberry Comes to Scottsburg, because Eric is putting on a Mayberry Festival in Scottsburg, Indiana. You may not see it this year. Just keep an eye out on the Facebook for it for when it comes back around next year, maybe.
Yeah, as we record this, it's 2023. And this will be the first year of the Mayberry Comes to Scottsburg. And it should be a great event. So
I can already tell you it's going to be my favorite Mayberry event.
Yeah.
Just with his heart and his knowledge of what goes into these things and the town getting behind it. But there's 3 or 4 that we go to every year.
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you don't know about them, Granville, Indiana has one in early spring.
Yep. You can always look at imayberry.com. There's an event calendar on imayberry.com, and it'll show you all these different events you can come to. And I definitely encourage you to try to come, because you'll get to experience some of the things you saw in this movie.
And I guarantee you'll see at least 7 to 15 of the people that were in the movie while you're there, because they are the people that go and do these things. And it's kind of, the movie was kind of a tip of the hat to them as much as anything else.
Yeah.
As much as a neat little love story, it's kind of a love story, like a love note or a thank you card to the fans of Mayberry.
It is. And we had, there were so many people that supported it, and some people like, we had support from like Dixie Griffith. Andy's daughter was also a big supporter of the movie. She was going to be in it again because of some of the COVID stuff. She wasn't able to do that, but there were just so many people that really added to the connection between the Andy Griffith Show and Mayberry Man that kind of gave it legitimacy, I guess, maybe is the right way.
Well, when you see people that were connected to the actual show think about this as being a way to extend that show's reach and just reach more people, and maybe people have never watched the Andy Griffith Show see this for some reason. They want to go back and look. In fact, I know for a fact some people have bought some DVDs of this after my shows have said, I haven't watched the Andy Griffith Show in forever, but I'm going to watch the movie and then get back into it. Or some younger people come up and go, man, I don't know what that Barney Fife thing was you're doing, but I'm going to check it out. So it's kind of fun just to kind of keep it moving forward a little bit. It's been on the air for over 60 years.
I think that was the goal, to reach new audience, new people, to bring them into the Andy Griffith Show experience. Because I think, of course I'm biased, but I think there's something about it that's just it's special. It's been on for all these years, and the stories are still relevant even today. And I think this movie is going to be a similar thing like that. I think it'll stick around a long time and be fun to watch for a long time.
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't get the old TV shows like we used to, and they don't write them like that. Now prequels are a big thing. I like to see maybe a series done called Early Mr. Furley. We can start writing that and
there you go.
See if we can just keep this tradition of bringing back some great shows.
Yeah. Well, folks, we hope you've enjoyed spending this, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours with us nearly, I guess. Just as we enjoyed watching the movie ourselves, because, I mean, I'm a fan of it myself.
Alan, just be honest for a second. How many times have you watched the Mayberry Man movie?
I don't know. It's above 30 something. I don't know, because we went to a lot of screenings. I figured this is the only time I will ever be in a movie, so I tried to do as much as I could. But I've seen it a lot, and one other reason is because people now come up to me and expect me to know lines from the movie, so I had to watch it to try to remember all my lines.
Yeah, well, lucky for me, when somebody comes up and goes, "Aren't you?" I'm like, "Oh, a stranger in town," because I can't remember everybody's name. I wish I could, but I've met so many people.
You got a great out.
Wow, a stranger. Well, I never forget a face, but you're a stranger in town.
Starts with a C. No.
Yeah. Cal, Clay, Cliff.
No, Chris, of course.
Yeah, we've had a good time with you. Hope you enjoyed this commentary behind the scenes, and I'm sure if you were part of this process, you've got even more input that we didn't know about in your own personal moments when you were there volunteering or being an extra. Next time you catch one of us, let us know what you saw that we didn't.
Yeah, and we left out anybody as we were talking. It wasn't on purpose.
It was just because we talk a lot.
Well, it's hard to say everything while the movie's actually playing.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool moments in there. Everybody associated did a good job, and so just fun to be part of, and I'm very excited for people to see Mayberry Man the series.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you there on Mayberry Man the series then. Come over and watch us there.
Yep, it should be fun.
All right, thanks, guys.
Take it easy, Alan.
All right. Well, you made it back, Alan.
I did, yeah. I didn't have far to go. I was just in the living room, so I came back.
Well, I'm glad you came back. We got a quick update. We had some funds come in during the film, so that was cool.
All right.
Some new backers. We're at $82,442, which is awesome. In just over a week, so we're moving right along. And I wanted to let people know that I added two new secret perks two new scripts for the shooting script from the movie. So the movie you just watched, this is the script from the shooting script. And I've got two of these, only two. These are the last two available that are autographed by the writer-director Stark Howell, who's my brother, and myself, the producer, Court Howell. And so there's a new link for those that I posted in the comments. You'll also see it in the update section of the page, of the Indiegogo page. So if you're in here and you navigate, I know this is looks different than what you guys see. Well, I'm probably showing it wrong. But in the updates, you'll see an hour ago, I posted a new link for
the new
last two shooting scripts.
Cool. That's great.
So you weren't watching this in the other room, were you?
I watched some of it, and then no, I had to eat. I had to eat somewhere.
Yeah. And so again, the big news today is that we've got this custom poster secret perk going on. Here's some examples. Let me move that. So the idea is that we're going to create these custom personalized posters for the Mayberry Man series that will feature you, whether you were in the series or the movie or something. We could pull an image from that, or you just send us an image with our direction and we'll work it into something. So these are just some concepts of what the posters might look like. We're going to create multiple versions, and we'll figure out the best way to integrate you so that it looks legitimate. So I'm kind of excited about this one.
I like that
concept I just came up with today. So so we could easily have you take a picture of, looking in like this, that we could put you in there, or you could be like, looking out like this or something. We could have some fun with that, and we'll have you send us a few pictures. And again, that's contingent upon Stark Howell's creative approval of this concept. So, and he might have other concepts too. We've just talked about it just a little bit. And, but he's looking forward to creating those for you guys. And, he's the true artist. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So snag one of those custom posters. Again, you need the Secret Perk link, which you can find in the update section of the Indiegogo page. You have to click that link. That'll unlock it for you so that you see it. So then it'll show up here at the top of the perks or on mobile on the left. And you see it says secret. I'm not making that up. It's really secret. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah, because you won't see it unless you click that link. It won't show up there. So it is a secret.
And there's 3 out of 12 are already claimed. And the other thing is these may only be available till Wednesday because Indiegogo's changing their platform and they're doing away with secret perks. So I don't know that this is a perk we want to offer just to everybody off the street. It's really more designed for our regular backers and supporters and people that show up and appear in the films and the series and all that. So this is probably your last chance to grab one of these. So I would do it, at the beginning of the week at the latest. And we're looking forward to making them for you. And they're only $99. We were going to price these. I've seen this similar perk offered on other film campaigns, and at $200, $250. So we were going to price it at $199, and then I talked to Stark, and he's like, I'm good. I'll make a bunch of them if we need them. And so we cut the price in half, so it's 50% off right now at $99. And some labor goes into this. It's you couldn't hire Stark, who's a professional artist, to create something like this for you for this price. It just wouldn't happen. Can't do it. So anyway, I think it's a real treat for those who like to participate and want to see their name on the poster and their face on the poster.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I love that.
Just look at these again. And these designs, again, are just sort of concepts. The design will be finalized later. And these can be delivered right away, or you can wait. If you're going to be in season 2, we can wait and do it after filming of season 2. So it's really up to you.
Yeah.
And so we're excited about it.
So we had some people asking us where they could watch the series. And if you go to our Indiegogo page, where you're already going to be, as you're going to be donating towards getting season 2 going, if you go to the FAQ section, there's links at the top of that page that will tell you in the facts how you can get to it on Amazon Prime Video. You can get to it on Tubi. You can get to it on YouTube, Roku TV. You've got it. There's several different places that you can go and watch the actual series.
Yeah. So if you just scroll down on the story section,
it'll go all the way.
They call this the story. There's links here as well.
Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to be able to find it. But it's
really weird right now. There's a problem on Amazon. It's not searchable.
No.
It just, after years, the movie's not even searchable.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I noticed it myself because I tried to go and find it, and I couldn't find it on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah, the direct link works fine. It's just suddenly it's not showing up in search. Our distributor is working on it. They're aware of the problem. So that's kind of a bummer. But these links all work, and you can go watch it for free with ads.
Yeah. Yeah, but people are used to that. And, so hopefully if you haven't been able to see the series or the movie, make sure you go and watch those. They're definitely, once you watch them, hopefully we'll have earned you helping us make the second season.
Oh, we got another backer.
All right.
We're up to 118 now.
All right.
Well, awesome, guys. Wednesday night, we'll definitely be back with another live. And hopefully I'll have the Alan. We don't have a last name in the series.
It's okay if you don't have those bloopers ready. I don't.
But Alan Floyd the Barber bloopers from season 1.
So let me show them this as we're doing this, because as we have we've talked about before where when you've seen the bloopers of when I was doing the great clips thing. A lot of people have already seen that, and I've talked about the fact that I could never get it right, and I was just running through this a minute ago, and I found this video here of that exact event, and you end up with Court telling me, oh yeah, now we have to do it for all these other locations. I've mentioned this, but this is the actual video of it.
We also have to do this for Northern Illinois, South Carolina, and Florida.
You can hear me going, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just found that while we were watching the series there, or the movie. And I was like, oh, there it is. That's when that happened. So did you see how straight his face was too? Because I'm standing there going, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But
I can definitely do the straight man bit.
So yeah, I just wanted to show that while I had it. I'll never find it again. I know how I know how that goes.
Well, I'm having to dig into old folders and stuff, and I'm discovering old videos that I forgot existed. So, but I'm looking forward to pulling out the dailies, the raw camera footage from what we call the Chinatown scene. I don't know if I have that.
I got a feeling it's going to take you a few weeks to get it done. So I'm not sure, because
well, I'll have to load up that scene so that we have the finished product for.
Yeah, it turned out great. I mean, the editor, Stark, they did a great job. You wouldn't know unless you had been in the room that day and seen it.
So I'll tell this story Wednesday, but it got called the Chinatown scene by our assistant director. And do you know why, Alan?
Yeah.
So toward the beginning of Chinatown, there's a scene where they're at like the city hall or city planning meeting or whatever, and Jack Nicholson's character Giddys is just sitting there kind of listening, and Mulholland, or Mulray, the water director, is talking and stuff. And then bedlam erupts as a goat herder, a farmer, comes into the city hall and with all the livestock, and complaining and accusing him of corruption, and who's paying you off because they're robbing, stealing the water from the Central Valley and all this stuff. Well, the farmer is Rance Howard, played by Rance Howard.
Oh wow! No, I did not know that.
So there's a Mayberry connection even to the Chinatown.
So even my mess up is Mayberry related. This is perfect.
Yeah,
this is
exactly
the story. The legend grows. The legend.
So when you go back and rewatch Chinatown, that's Rance Howard that comes in with sheep or goats. I don't know which it is. It's livestock of some sort.
That's cool.
And speaking of the Howard family, we'll just say goodbye as we always do with our good friend Clint Howard. Thanks for joining me, Alan. I appreciate you coming back.
Hey.
And hopefully we'll see you Wednesday.
As far as I know. Yep. I'll see you then.
All right.
Hey, listen, if you like that video, hit the like button. I get a blast out of watching this stuff. All available right here at Mayberry Man. There's going to be plenty more.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.
Come on, baby.